how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We got a packed house once again here in Studio Squared here in downtown Tiffin as, of course, running the ones and twos, keeping us live. Greg Kinn manning the production side of things. And then from my left all the way to the right, we got Connor Roush, Eric Hall, Zack Dillon, and myself, Nate Mullins. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, please make sure you share the video, folks. Share, like, follow, subscribe on all of our different platforms. We got a lot of them now. We've added a couple this week as we added a Spotify channel now. We're live on Spotify. Awesome. Yes. We're not live right now on Spotify, but, you know, we can upload all these podcasts now to Spotify, which is nice. And then we also have a Patreon account I created today. Still figuring out how to use this thing, but, you know, you can teach an old dog new tricks, I feel like. Just I got to navigate my way through it. That's all it is.
Hey, guess what, Nate? I just shared it on Facebook.
You did?
I just did.
All right, nice.
Let's ride.
If you are watching this, why haven't you done that yet?
Thank you, Greg.
It was that easy. Come on. Oh,
yes, you
missed it. Shanked it.
Yep, that's right. Right was right.
Oh, he's hurt. That's right. We're watching some Monday Night Football here.
For the viewers, we're watching the Monday Night Football game.
Yes.
And whoever that kicker is just shanked wide right.
Yeah, he went right. His name is Wright. Is it? W-R-I.
Oh, the one that played on the Steelers? Oh, he was good. I remember him.
Is he good?
He was okay when Boswell was hurt.
He just shanked that one.
Was Steven Wright?
Might be. I don't know. Anyways, hey, thanks for tuning in here, folks. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about here today. We've got actually some really fun stuff to do. I stopped by the store before I came on the podcast today. That's why we're a little late. My apologies for the late start. We won't say anything about anybody else being late, you know, Connor.
Call time is 7 o'clock. I'm here at 7. The studio's locked.
I already had prior commitments, okay? We were notified here.
Starting at 8:43.
Sorry, I'm a firefighter.
Hey, he was fighting
Saving
fires.
lives.
Saving lives. Come on now.
On a call and stopped here to do the pod real quick.
I did happen to make a stop at the store, and I picked up something tasty for us. And we're going to have a little blindfolded taste test.
Speak my language. Taste testing.
Guys, we sampled last time we did a podcast, all of us together. We sampled the Swiss rolls, the Little Debbie version, and then the Aldi's version. And then I'm out at the store, and I happen to find, you know, the Little Debbie ice cream. They have so many different flavors of this Little Debbie ice cream.
How many they got now?
So I'm pretty sure there is at least 7.
Wow.
I was only able to get 6 today. I did not find the oatmeal cream pie, which I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed. That was probably the one I was looking forward to the most. But
still got zebra cake.
We got the zebra cake.
Still got zebra cake.
We got the Cosmic Brownie.
Okay.
We got the Swiss roll. Obviously, had to do that one. You know, we did get the strawberry shortcake, a Nutty Buddy.
Yes.
And then my personal favorite, the Pumpkin Delight ice cream. So have you ever had the Pumpkin Delight Little Debbie's? They're like pumpkin cookies. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're so delicious. They are delicious.
They have little
smiley
filling inside the eyeballs.
And jelly filling. I don't know what it is. Greg, you like those?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So tonight we are going to sample these different ice creams, and I'm going to have these guys blindfolded when they taste these ice creams to see if they can taste the difference between the different flavors we have here. So
this will be interesting.
It's going to be pretty interesting.
I'm going to be so good at that.
You think so? We'll see.
I think so.
We'll see.
I'm going 6 for 6.
We got a Little Debbie master over
calling
here?
his shot.
Well, he did say
you can't
say
say
Little
Debbie.
That's right. He did say that.
That was a quote. So we're watching some NFL football now. It's been a while since we've been on. We can talk a couple of weeks now of NFL football. Mostly just this past week. Let's really dive into what happened this past weekend. Zack, you're a Steelers fan. That was
I am a Steelers fan.
What happened with that one?
What happened with that one? Well, couple things. First, right, your defense is hurt and banged up.
Yeah.
TJ Watt
Here it comes.
is out. Can't win without TJ. Second, you're going against what is probably the best team in the NFL, Buffalo Bills.
And
This
the
is
best
true.
quarterback in the NFL.
This is true. This is
MVP
true.
And
candidate,
receiver.
most
This is
likely. Josh Allen absolutely lit up the field. You got the worst offensive coordinator in the league. Ooh. And you have
Canada.
a rookie quarterback making his first career start.
Okay.
Now,
Combine all of those elements, and you have the recipe for a disaster.
Disaster.
yeah, there's some good, there's some bad. A lot of bad, starting with like the play calling is absolutely abysmal. Trying to run the ball for 2 yards every time does not work. Matt Canada should not have a job by the halfway point of the season.
Okay.
Wide receiving core. The thing with Pittsburgh, right, is they always get they're always talked about it like, man, they draft wide receivers and they're so great. You know, Antonio Brown and Juju and Deontay and Claypool and Pickens. Man, they are just, with the exception of Pickens, they are just such a letdown.
Yeah.
Deontay has flashes, but he can never come up in when a moment matters. He's a low-end wide receiver one.
Yeah, that's a bold statement, but you're right.
Claypool looked like a viable number 2 behind Juju, but man, he is not as good as he should be.
He's not as good as he thinks he is.
He's not as good as he thinks he is either.
I agree.
Like he's getting ball, like he's not winning contested catches against 5'9", 5'10" DBs, whatever. That was versus the Jets. That was Kenny Pickett's first interception.
Okay.
I mean, he's not winning those balls. He is not good.
He is not good.
It's just disappointing.
I'm laughing.
Just let it all out.
Kenny
Zach.
Pickett,
Let it all
I
out.
will. Kenny Pickett, I will say a good
Canada.
Kenny Pickett, man.
Okay.
He is the real deal.
Real deal?
Real
Do you
deal.
think he's the real deal?
He
I like to blame Canada.
I understand
Yes.
it. Thank you. Kenny Pickett, he threw for, now he had to. He threw for like 338 yards against the number 1 pass defense in the league. He had 3 or 4 balls that should have been touchdowns, but the wide receivers, like Deontay, couldn't get his feet in bounds, or Pickens, for whatever reason, Tomlin didn't challenge that call. That was a completed catch. So I'm not worried about Pickens at all. Pickett at all, or Pickens for that matter.
Pickett.
Exactly.
Not worried. Not worried at all.
Pittsburgh. Pickett is the real deal. He puts his team in a position to win.
All right.
Around him is kind of folding up.
Yeah, well, I think the offensive line is an area that needs to be focused on, because I feel like, I saw an interesting stat. I don't know who said it the other day, but they haven't drafted an offensive lineman in the first 2 rounds since like 2009?
2014 or 12. It was David DeCastro.
DeCastro was the last one. David
And
DeCastro.
He was
was
one of my favorite
2012,
one of my favorite football players of all time, David DeCastro. Yeah, 12 makes sense.
Yeah. 10 years since you drafted an offensive lineman in the first 2 rounds. And that, I mean,
'cause they had
could
Big
you say
Ben.
that contributed to the downfall of Ben Roethlisberger's career towards the end? I mean, he had no protection. I mean, especially when you start seeing guys like Villanueva and DeCastro go other places, and they're still successful offensive linemen. Pouncey retiring. They lost a lot and never replaced it.
Yeah, they
that's,
did.
That's the hard thing.
Well, I think again, part of that is like by the end of Ben's career, he had the shortest time to pass, shortest time to throw of any quarterback in the league. They just they weren't even taking a shot, right? They weren't taking chances at him getting hit. So they just ran little slants or little screen passes that, it was bad. One thing that doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think, is Najee. He is.
What is going on there, man?
He's not at 100%, first of all. He's playing hurt.
That was my first round pick in one of my drafts, and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it time to
He's playing hurt.
dangle him like a carrot? I
That's
don't
trade
know
bait.
who'd be biting.
100%. Yeah, he's playing hurt, and I think he's playing a little scared too. There was one.
Yeah, would be
What do you think?
running back.
What do you think about Ryan Clark calling out the Steelers saying they gave up though? Like, you think they gave up in that game? Did you watch the whole game?
I did watch the whole game.
Okay.
Do I think they gave
That's
up?
a real fan right there. All right.
Do I think they gave up?
Saturday and Sunday?
It's hard to say. I think they were definitely like demoralized. But then you see something like James Daniels sticking up for his quarterback in the fourth quarter after Pickett taking a late hit.
He
on
stuck
a
up
slide.
for him for like a second, and then like
then he kinda
skipped
ran away.
around and ran away from everybody.
That's a great point. I think that's a great point. He kind of ran away.
It's like, boom! All right, get away from me. No, I'm done. No.
I'm not sure if you guys can see it very well out there, but I did put the chats up in the window here in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Very fun. Yeah. They were laughing and joking on the sideline. I didn't see any of that. I know they were. One of the players called it out, not Miles Jack, but someone else called it out. Yeah, it's just it's frustrating to see. And
Well, Miles Jack's used to losing, so what does it matter to
Jacksonville,
him?
Miles Jack, I will say he does seem like a good leader. He seems like
I liked him coming out of UCLA.
So did
I really liked him.
I liked him in Jacksonville. He was really good there for 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, with Jack Del Rio. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's hard to see because like they're banged up. I mean, look, Mike Tomlin will turn it around. Maybe not like in 2019 where they started out 1-4 and they finished out that season 8-8. Is that that was the year Duck Hodges was out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll turn it around. They're not going to get the number 1 pick like they projected to. But man,
Hodges.
I like Duck Hodges.
You say that name and it just
Quack quack.
Yeah,
I love Duck
He
Hodges.
beat the Browns one time, and it was a meaningful game for the Browns, and it wasn't for the Steelers, and it was like, that's great. That's just how it goes to be a Browns fan, right
Exactly.
there.
How are you guys feeling about Devin Bush? You see that comment there? It says he's a bum.
Devin Bush is a bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not playing like the 10th pick like he should be.
Isn't
It's
he coming off an
frustrating.
ACL?
Yeah, and that's part of it. Like him
They're
too. He's
never
playing
gonna
scared.
Yeah, a guy coming off the ACL, his first year back, he's not the same. He's just not the
first
same.
Did you
He played
say
last year.
that?
Oh, did he play last
He
year?
played last year too.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
then, never mind. Maybe he's just
No,
washed.
he
He's just a bum.
he's just a bum. He's just washed.
his rookie year he looked good. His sophomore season, no, we're what year 3, year 4?
This is the longest I've ever talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers in my life.
Well, I don't know. You can talk about them a lot because they're bad now.
Well, I mean, I used to talk about them in obviously I had a lot of respect for that organization. I'm not one of the Browns fans that's like, I hate everything about the Steelers and everybody that's ever been on the Steelers and everything about.
Greg?
I hate the Ravens worse than I hate the Steelers. I've said this many times. That's always going to be the more hated team for me. And for a while, as a Browns fan, it was hard. It was really hard to hate the Steelers because they just whipped our ass every single year. And it's like, well, none of these games are even close enough for me to care. And then it just got to the point where it was like, man, I kind of respect these guys because all they do is win and they do things the right way and they do things the way I want them done. They're like a hard-nosed defense. They run the ball, and then they just kind of turned into TikTok. And now I don't know. I don't know what happened the last
That
like
sounds like
6 years, but
sounds like every
that's
reason to
not
hate
the
'em.
Steelers that I remember. So it just seems like there's a culture change over the last 5 or 6 years there that I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not privy to. I haven't seen it under Mike Tomlin, and it surprises me. And I think he's kind of letting the kids run the classroom, if you will. You know,
There's a little bit of that, but when you're winning games, it doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly.
And now that they're not winning games, I mean, you don't have Juju on the team anymore. He's not making TikToks.
but Claypool
yeah,
whining about not hearing rap music at practice and stuff.
exactly,
It's like,
and
just play.
saying he's a top 3 receiver in the league, whatever that was.
Yeah, top 3.
It's frustrating to see for sure, but They have future, I think. Right, in
I
Kenny
think-
Pickett, Muth, in
Another
Pickens.
flag. No.
They have a great defensive core if they're healthy. T.J. Watt, Minka,
for sure.
Cam. I mean, Miles Jack is playing well.
Now, Cam is a couple of years away from probably being done, don't you think? I mean, he's 33, 34 years old up there, right?
Yep.
Somewhere around in there.
Still still at the top of, like, you need to see a massive fall off from him for him to call it quits. I think he's got 2 years in the tank, maybe 3. But I mean, he is one of the most underappreciated, underrated players in the league because he's still top 3 defensive end.
He's a guy that he's a Buckeye, so I hate to love him, but I kind of do because, obviously I don't love him in a Steelers uniform, but I love the fact that, he's a Buckeye and he's been so successful in the NFL. It's hard not to like a guy like that. And
man, he is just so...
He does things the way I like them done.
And he's so reliable. I mean,
he's a good leader.
He's a good leader. Yeah, he is. I mean, he is the best tight end we've had since Heath Miller, and there's a lot of similarities.
What bum are you talking about now?
I thought we were talking about Cam Hayward.
Frymuth?
What-
You said you started
What
out
bum
talking
are we talking about?
We had a Facebook comment here. It says,
Here we go.
Moose third concussion in 2 years, though. It's something to
Ouch.
keep an eye on.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
I'm getting distracted, Nate.
I'm getting distracted.
All right, let's stop talking
We're
about
talking about
Steelers.
football here, and
Thank
Josh
God.
Jacobs just got me 6 points on the board for fantasy football here. How are we doing in fantasy this year, guys?
Undefeated.
Undefeated. Now, how many leagues are you in?
I'm in 2 leagues.
2 leagues, undefeated in both. 5-0.
No.
Undefeated in the one I care about, and 0-5 in the one I don't.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
wow.
And that's why it's the one he cares about.
exactly. Well, it's the one that has money on it.
The one
I'm
that
5-0.
matters.
Gotcha.
All right. I like that. Eric, where you at right now? Taco League, how you doing?
It's rough.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
about to
rough
be
for me
1-4 in that league.
Hey, I'm 2-3.
Unless Darren Waller can score 45 tonight, I'm about to be 1-4 in that league.
Watch out.
But the other league that coincidentally is the least amount of money that I pay for and win, I am about to be 4-1 in that league. But that is the one that I've been in for. I think this is our 14th or 15th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That we've got a group of us that have won 2, and I'm in that group, and we're all fighting to see who's going to win 3 first. So that one, even though it's not the most money I win, that's the one I'd rather win out of any of them.
Well, yeah, for sure. Connor,
I am 0 for 0.
you don't play fantasy football?
I don't have a fantasy.
I don't do the fantasy.
Connor doesn't
I live
have
in
any
real
fantasy.
life world.
So
It's all in the details for me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Roush detailing.
Dude, Greg on Friday night, I don't think anyone else picked that up, but I heard him. I'm like, just thank you, Greg.
It took Dom all the way till he got out to your truck and was looking at your sticker in the back of your window, and he's like, "Oh,
Good job, Dom.
No.
He's like, oh, it's just
get
the
it.
proof is in the detail.
That's like me texting you the other day. Wait a minute.
You're hilarious, Eric.
So fantasy
I had no
football, Eric, who you got on your team that you're for? Let's just talk about our winning teams. That's all we care about. But
That one, okay, that's the funny thing is I actually drafted, I think I only drafted 4 or 5 players. That's the only draft I didn't make it to.
Oh.
And they were calling me for each of my picks during the very first game, or the Columbian game that we were doing, week 1. So I'm on the phone on and off with them drafting, and I got Nick Chubb in the first round and Josh Allen in the second, which that league scores a lot of points from your quarterback. And
Sure.
that's why I'm 4-1 in that league now. But
Josh Allen has.
I get a lot of them mixed up being in 5 leagues, but that team is pretty loaded. And I only drafted my top 5, and they drafted the rest for me.
we
Well,
got
I'll be
Nate.
done. I am I think if you took all of my teams and combined them, I'm probably 5-10 right now.
Yeah,
It has been a rough start
About
for
where I'm
me.
at.
Rough start for sure. Both the leagues that I have money in, I'm 2-3. I did pick up a win this week in one of my leagues that I have money in. I was 1-3, and now I'm going to be 2-3. Hopefully, as long as nothing crazy
Hopefully.
goes tonight. He's down by 75 points, and he's got 2 guys going. I hope that ever. And I've got two guys going tonight too. I've got Waller in this game. So
let's go off.
exactly.
Yep.
Let's let Waller.
45.
Yeah. Pacheco, I've been stashing this guy on my bench, hoping this guy goes off. This is one of my sleepers for the season. Isaiah.
Well, that's a big 97.
Pacheco. He's a Rutgers running back. They drafted him out of like the 7th round, but there was a lot of training camp talk about this guy. He's like 5'9", but he's 210 pounds, and he's the fastest guy on the team. Like, he ran the fastest 40 on the team. He's a guy that I had my eye on coming out of training camp, but he's taking a little bit of time to kind of get acclimated to that offense.
Yeah, they thought he was going to be the new Tyreek Hill.
That's
I mean,
funny.
that's why they tried
Took
to
over
use it.
Tyreek's number,
why I
and he's number
stashed
10.
him.
Yeah.
That's why I stashed him. I was like, oh, hey, talking about this guy a lot. I'm just going to put him down at the bottom of the bench. And, I mean, he has done nothing, so.
Sure.
But who knows? So let's talk about – because, Greg, I know you're not a fantasy football guy, right? You don't have a fantasy team.
I got too much other shit to do around here.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Greg.
It's all in the details for you too, Greg. So, we have to talk about the Guardians. Big win.
Are we getting off of
Series
football
win.
already?
Do we have to talk about the other?
Well, I seem to
do we
recall
have
a certain team doing really well and then just not.
Not
doing well at all.
It's kind of the theme of the season.
So Oscar Gonzalez, right?
You understand this team? This team right now, as you're looking at it, could be 5-0. Like they have, they could be 5-0. They should be 5-0 with just competent play calling and game management. That's it. Like your quarterback has thrown a pick in all 3 of your losses at the end of the game in the last 3 minutes of each one of those losses.
And your kicker has
And your
missed a kick
kicker's missed a kick
in
all 3 of those losses.
games.
Ouch.
Shout out to whoever told me preseason pick up Cade York. I did not listen. That's why I'm 5-0.
I've got him in I think 4 leagues, and you know the one I don't have him in,
The one you're winning in?
the one I'm 4-1 in. Like I'm gonna blame that on the kicker, but still,
I don't know, man. This team, they have found a way, or they're just so good
they
at
continue finding ways.
stealing defeat from the jaws of victory. They are
And that's-
so good at
That's
that.
Cleveland as a city normally.
Oh man,
But you guys, bright spot, Deion Jones
spot.
absolutely fleeced him from the Falcons.
yeah. Because not only did you give up nothing for him, but you literally do not have to pay the guy. Did you see this, Eric?
Yeah.
They are going to pay him $12 million, and the Browns are going to have to pay him $1.3 million to play this season. That's unreal. The Falcons are paying the guy to play for the Browns. Hey, the Browns are paying Baker to play for the Panthers, so now we get one back with this Deion Jones guy. I'm all about it.
They think he's so bad, they're going to pay him to play against them.
I guess his attitude in the locker room has been really bad this year.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rub I get from him.
I wouldn't blame. He has been so good for so long. I was surprised to see him.
He was one of 3 guys
Pardon?
left on that team from the Super Bowl run.
Yep.
When they went on that Super Bowl run. What, 5 years ago? 2017?
17?
Yeah. Jeez. Wow.
Man.
And when is
5
he?
years.
When is he able to come off IR?
Ooh, Deion Jones?
Yes.
Because
Because all I heard was that he was on
ready.
IR, and
I thought he was ready to practice. I might be wrong, but
We could talk about.
that was just ugly, though. I mean,
they blew it twice.
I mean, 4th and 1. Why do they keep taking Nick Chubb off the field in short yardage situations, Eric? I don't like. I get that they have a certain like it's a kit. It's got to be some kind of a rotation thing or something. I don't know what the deal is.
It drives me nuts when they take him out in the middle of the game, and I'm thinking, all right, well, what they're doing
They're
is
saving
saving him.
Yep, they're saving
going to
him.
put Kareem in.
Yep.
Going to save Nick Chubb for
Nope.
the drives at the end of the game.
Nope.
And then the drives at the end of the game come, and there's no Nick Chubb. And I don't understand it. Like, the game plan up to those crucial points is great, and then
Good Lord.
they just don't know what to do anymore.
It's
It's the most
And-
frustrating thing.
You see Joey's comment?
yeah,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Joe Woods, Cade York deserve to walk the plank for sure, absolutely. But if you fire Joe Woods, there's not one guy on that defensive staff who would be able to take his place.
Jake
Not one guy. You can't trust that defense to anybody else on that. That's the problem. And I think Joe Woods made it that way, really. Like,
Made himself irreplaceable.
yeah, pretty much, because there's nobody else on that team who could coach the defense. At least not that defense. They'd have to pretty much they'd have to hire a new defensive coordinator mid-season to make that work. That's not going to happen. So you're stuck with him. The thing that I do see as a potential for happening, they need to make some kind of a change with game management decisions. There has to be some kind of a change there. Go Josh Jacobs. Good Lord. Whoo! Justin Reed just got run over. But no, there has to be some kind of a change with game management decisions because
Yeah, who's making adjustments?
well, Stefanski has to be the guy that's in charge of those kind of decisions, the game management decisions. You know,
Is he not?
I think he is too busy with calling plays that's the only thing he's worried about is the offense. And if that's the case, go be an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
If that's all you're worried about is the offense, then just worry about go be the offensive coordinator and let Prefer coach the team. Because, it worked for a playoff game.
Yeah. they look good.
They look pretty good. I don't know. I'm frustrated because there's so much talent on this team. You see it every single week. They just competed with the Chargers. Strike for strike all the way through the majority of that game.
I think if you're looking at it
mattered.
on paper, with the exception of the quarterback position, they are the most talented team in the NFC or in the AFC North.
And as of week 13, they probably will be the most talented team in the AFC North because you put Deshaun Watson on that roster. If he is the Deshaun Watson that he was before,
I can't see it.
Before he left. Now think about this. This guy before he left threw for over 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, and ran for 9 touchdowns and over 500 yards.
And that was two seasons ago.
Now, it was
That's
2
what
seasons
worries
ago.
me. He's
but
not going to come right back in week 13.
He's
but
25 years old. He's 26 years old. What makes you think he's not going to be able to do that? Mike Vick sat in prison for 2 years and still came out and ran a 4.3. You can't. That stuff doesn't just go away.
No.
He's been
but
well
prison
massaged during that time.
Oh,
so,
jeez.
he'll be fine.
By the team
He's
only.
going to be well rested. That's for sure.
nice and relaxed.
Nice and relaxed.
There is nothing more apt for the Cleveland Browns franchise than to have him come out and be a bum. Like, that would just be so fitting for, the absolute horrible luck that Cleveland has had, that Ohio has had. It's almost certain that guy's going to be a bum. And I'm
Joey,
prepared to
I
eat
like
my
that.
words. But
Mike Zimmer, potential hire as a defensive coordinator after this year if they fire Joe Woods. Because, Stefanski was the coach under Zimmer.
Yep.
That would be a good hire.
That'd be awesome.
The thing that I'm stealing something from a show that I listened to this morning a little bit, but the thing that I've noticed really before he even said it is this team doesn't have any leadership. Like Myles Garrett is too busy playing with dinosaurs to worry about leading
flipping
this
cars.
team. Like he's too busy worrying about seeing how fast his Porsche can go on a back road.
Bro.
Like,
he wasn't going that fast.
I'm just saying he's not a
going like
leader. That
60.
dude's not a leader
Just
on
like-
this team.
Just like Miles, you need to pump the brakes.
All right. But come on, you got that button in there, Greg. That was a rim shot right there. If I've ever heard one, that was a rim shot. But no, there's no leadership on this team. Even Stefanski's not a leader. He's not going to go over there on the sideline and get these guys riled
there's
up.
nobody that's going to grab anybody.
There's not one person on this team that's going to say, hey, guys, wake the up. Come on, we got to get going.
Yeah, a lot of the lead by example guys. Chubb, Garrett, they're like the silent.
Joel Bitonio.
Yeah.
Get Jack Conklin. Like, all these guys are follow me guys.
None of
Not
them are fiery guys.
even Wyatt Teller. Like, he's a guy that go see me at my locker room, but I'm not going to come see you. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this is a team that they've got a lot of the pieces, but they just need to find the right chemistry to put them together. I feel like there's There's something missing there.
Oh, that's how you make a 53-yard field goal?
I thought Deion Jones was a good pickup, but I thought another guy who really would make sense for the Browns was Dante Hightower. He's still a free agent. He's a veteran, won a Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls with the Patriots. I thought that would have been a good guy to bring in as a leader. Leadership.
As a leader only, because, man,
Leadership
is
what they
washed.
need. Leadership is what they're missing so bad. They should have never got rid of Jarvis Landry. That's the biggest mistake that I think they made in the offseason is not bringing Jarvis back in some capacity. I understand that they didn't want to pay him what he wanted to get paid, but I still think that they could have paid him what New Orleans paid him and still brought him back. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah.
You imagine Jarvis running routes with Amari Cooper out there?
Yeah, it would have
Taking some
like
pressure
you were
off
saying,
of Jacoby for sure.
They traded away the leadership in that locker room because he got all them guys going. So
Yeah.
So I haven't paid attention really much to the Browns this season, but like
Of course not, Connor. You're too busy detailing cars.
Oh, I was going to say I was too busy watching the worst team in football, but
So
riding with Broncos country.
Amari.
let's ride.
So for Amari, is he not like the leadership type person as well?
He's quiet.
Amari
He's a
in the
lead
same
by
way.
example
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
He's
Lead
quiet.
by example.
You never really see him say much at all during the game.
Well,
He didn't do anything in Dallas. I mean,
Hey,
didn't say
He has
anything
the
in
same.
Dallas.
He has the same face whether he's got 100 yards in the game or he's got no catches. He has that same
we're gonna
stone
find
face.
out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out if Deshaun Watson's that guy because he is allowed back at the facility as of today.
Yep.
Allowed to return
building. He is
to the
in the
facility.
building.
He is in the
He's
building
not
now.
allowed to be on the practice field.
Let me
but
say-
he is in the building,
and they're
in
closely
the-
monitoring the situation with massage therapists there.
About
at the
to say,
facility. So
he's going to get these guys fired up.
Cleveland Browns
under
approved
wraps.
only.
He's going to get these guys fired up and won't take no for an answer.
That's right. You know that. You know.
All right. Did you see it came out today that he is going to start when he is available against the Texans? They
Well,
have
damn
came out
right.
and said
Well,
that.
that was why
I mean,
they
why
made
would you trade all of that just to say nah?
That was why they made the schedule. I mean, that's
Well, there
that's
was-
NFL schedule making at its finest.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's why he was suspended that many games.
Exactly.
But there was speculation that maybe he wouldn't want to come back as the first game because he's not going to have time to get work with all his receivers and all that. Be integrated into the offense.
I don't want to hear that crap. What's one more week?
Yeah,
gonna
me
do for
either.
you?
That's right.
But
That's one more.
There was kind of speculation. Well, this can go one of two ways. He's either going to come back against the Texans and he's going to light them up and make
yeah.
a statement.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's going to come out and flop and look like he hasn't played football in 2 years. And this is the Browns. So if I had to
you go.
put money right now, I'd probably go with the option B.
I think it's
Yeah.
also
Yep.
it also
What's
is
wrong with
dependent
you?
on the situation. Like
I've
if,
watched it too many times.
if Cleveland
Seen
came,
it before.
No, you ain't seen it
if
before.
Cleveland came into that game and they were
Pissed
10-0.
Greggy off. Sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
If Cleveland came into that game and they were 10-0, you might be able to afford to sit Watson another week or two, right? They might be like, all right, let's run with Brissett. But with the way that the team is looking now, they look like they're not one special player away, but like one play away from winning a football game every time.
I like Jacoby up until the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't
wouldn't-
think it's Jacoby's fault. I think it's Stefanski's fault most of the time. It's like, hey, man, if you make the right decisions in crunch time, he probably doesn't look as bad as he does.
I mean, with a game manager quarterback, you're always going to like him as long as he's managing the game. That's what they're
Exactly.
good at. But God, when is the last time we got to see somebody go out there and just light it up? And I really feel like Watson's going to come back, and not only do we need him, but I feel like he's ready, man. He is ready to go out there and play. You got to believe that he's itching to get back on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a lot to prove.
Yeah, he's got a lot to prove. He needs to earn a lot of fans back, and the one way to do that is come out and win.
Yeah, I
He'll
think
earn a lot of people back. People forget real fast when you start piling up W's.
that's going to be the storyline here in about 5 or 6 weeks. You're going to see him.
Big Ben.
His name's going to start to surface. and-
Disappeared.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's. I'm.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pretty excited. Let's just say that. pretty excited.
Yeah, people don't care once you start winning games.
That's right.
It's gonna go away. I mean,
It's gonna go away.
Look at Kareem Hunt.
look at
Who
Big
said
Ben.
anything about Kareem Hunt? Look at Big Ben.
Big Ben.
This is
Yeah.
kind of random, but do you guys remember the Dave Chappelle skit where he was talking about Kobe, and he basically said that the judge threw him a basketball and was like, "Play for your freedom." I guess he just like turned it on and was doing so good. When
All
he was in
Deshaun
trouble.
needs to do is wear a different jersey, different jersey number. He's good, like Kobe.
Yeah.
So this week in the NFL, we talked about the Steelers game. We talked about this debacle with the Browns. There were a couple other surprises. I thought
I would like to talk about this game right here.
this one.
Yeah, I would like to talk about.
Man.
Which game?
Connor,
Yes.
Oh,
can the Broncos please give us something offensively to watch? If they're going to be in prime time for every damn game,
Guess what?
they're going to be on Monday Night Football next week.
Yep.
Again.
Wow.
Are they going to score more than 12 points off 4 field goals? Like, McManus is the MVP for your team right now.
Brandon McManus.
Let's ride.
Come on. Like, what is going on with this team, Connor?
I mean, one thing that I've been noticing is receivers have been dropping a lot of passes. And then you can see it on the sideline and even on the field. Like, right now they're just losing confidence in Ross. Like, what the hell are you doing, Ross?
How? You got 5 more years of this guy. You better not be losing confidence in this dude at all. Now, I watched a podcast earlier that was talking about how this is the same kind of start that Peyton Manning had when he came into Denver. First 5 games, they went 2-3. And Peyton looked rough. And people were already writing him off and saying that the offense looked like crap. And then next thing you know,
The sheriff came in.
So let's have Russ inject
and it was on a
HG
Monday night
straight into his
against the
forehead.
Chargers. Dude, they do not want to tackle him.
man.
Who's that, Jerick McKinnon?
Yep.
So yeah, I know. Like I hate these like horribly overdone stats.
What are you doing over here? Connor.
Kind of got to see that one on Facebook the
Can't
other
even
day.
see it.
Yeah,
It says it's that
Oh, you
picture.
want it
It's like
bigger, is that what-
Melvin Gordon looking at Russ.
Oh,
It's like me in the first round.
He said I
pick.
can't see it. Let's take a look here. Oh,
My
now
first-
can you see it now, Connor? Can you see it now, Connor?
I can. I
Did you
can
guys
see
see-
it now? There's me.
Did you guys see when he came out of the blue medical tent and he was like trying to fire up his bench and no one like they just watched him walk through? It was so sad.
That's so sad. That really is
But
sad.
back to what I was saying. I hate these like overdone stats. Baseball does it a lot, but this was the first time in NFL history that 2 quarterbacks who had 4 Pro Bowls each did not score a touchdown in a game. If you guys want to think about that for a second.
I don't think with them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think. With that.
So I know Greg has seen my post, but you know what? Let me bring it up here. Let me bring it up. I'm going to put the Broncos on the spotlight some more right now. So after the game against the Colts,
Just lost 3 viewers.
just lost 3 viewers. So after the game, I posted.
Which post?
Can you scroll that far down?
Which
to find
post?
the post from yesterday?
Well, don't you know he
No.
live tweets his
So-
firefighting duties?
So this ride that the Broncos country are on, is it currently on jack stands without wheels because they are moving nowhere? Hashtag Broncos country, no ride.
Okay.
Poor Connor.
Sad.
Well,
So here's a question. Gary Ross asks, did you see the handshake at the end of the game where Prime got pushed away by the Alabama State coach? Did you guys see this?
Yeah, I saw it.
Coach Prime?
I saw him ripping Coach Sanders a new one
Well,
after the game.
For
Posting
no
and
reason.
here's
I don't
the
know what
thing.
happened.
Dude had no reason for it.
No.
He got all offended because before the game, Coach Prime, I'll be respectful. For whatever reason, that's what he wants to be called. So, hey,
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
Let's ride.
He wants to take a stroll around the field every single game. This is what he does before the game. He gets a sheriff and he gets somebody to go with him, and they just take a stroll all the way around the field. This is his pregame ritual, right? Well, this dude got offended, and did not like it, and did not like the fact that they were throwing the ball with a minute left and they were already blowing out Alabama State. So he got upset, and when he went in for the handshake, Coach Prime went to dap him up, and the guy just reached out his hand and shook his hand and was like, nope, and then just gave him the old shoulder tap and turned around and walked, and Coach Prime threw his arm out of the way and was like, what are you doing? Yeah, it was contentious, let's just say that, but I don't know. It comes with the territory, man.
You see,
How are you gonna be mad at
all
Coach Prime for
the
being good at football?
Yeah, if you're gonna get your
Also, how are you gonna be mad at being Alabama State?
well, and how are you gonna get mad for getting your kicked? I mean, dude, they just got their asses kicked. That's all it was, for real. And he's just mad at the end of the game and taking it out on Coach Prime. I mean, that's just uncalled for. No reason for that.
players were chirpy from the get-go, too.
Oh, for sure. That was a rowdy game, and it always is between those two schools. Coach Prime made a good point after the game. He was like, he was talking about, he's like, did I draw? Talking about how they, never sold out a game there before, and now they sold out the game yesterday, and saying how he drew a big audience for the game. He did his job. He sold tickets. So he's like, well, I don't know what they're so upset about. Yeah, we came in here and we stomped on you, but we sold tickets for you in somebody else's house. I don't know. I think it was a lot to do for nothing. I really feel like that was just not a whole lot of anything. So, anyways.
We want to talk about the Giants.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Really good and beating the Packers.
Are the Giants really good?
They're 4-1 right now. Coach Dable, Brian Dable, formerly of the Bills. He looks
like Freddie Kitchens.
He looks good. Is what he looks like. He does look like Freddie Kitchens.
He looks good. No, I don't know if he looks good, but their team looks good for sure.
Team looks good. Danny Dimes looks competent again.
I still don't buy it though.
I feel like they are the Bears from Matt Nagy's first team.
Oh,
they're Fugazi.
I'm not buying it.
I'll tell you, the game that surprised me this weekend, I guess, my biggest question, would be, is Miami really not that good without Tua?
Well, they didn't have Teddy. Teddy got hurt too, so
yeah.
It's hard to.
Who was the guy that came in after Teddy? Yeah, exactly. That's why.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's hard to judge a team when they're on their third string quarterback.
I didn't get to see any of the actual game. I was just recapping some scores, and I saw the Jets taking them down, and I was like, "Whew, that was surprising."
Yeah.
Zach Wilson.
Jets are another team. That's
Skylar
me.
Thompson.
Oh, household name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went 19 of 33 for 166 yards and
Bro,
an
how do you
interception.
not know Skylar Thompson?
Oh yeah, Skylar Thompson for sure.
How do you not know?
Of Kansas State, yeah, absolutely. 7th round pick this year.
Oh, we're
How
talking
do you
about
not know?
Zach Wilson looked pretty good against the Steelers and pretty good against the Dolphins. Really good against both, I should say.
And pretty good to his girlfriend's mom. I mean,
Exactly. Hey, they don't call him a Cougar.
See, that's just another thing. For
yes.
me.
About to say, he went to
Yes.
BYU for a reason.
he's a cougar hunter.
Oh my God,
Go Cougars.
you guys are ridiculous.
Man of the year.
I spend all my time paying attention to the Browns. I always forget the subtle things like that. Zach Wilson's actually back, so they're not having Flacco out there swinging the ball around. So I
Hey,
forgot.
Yeah,
elite
he's,
quarterback
yeah.
Joe Flacco.
He's actually got that dog in him, Got a little bit of that dog in him.
Tell you what, he doesn't see
Before
ghosts.
Zach Wilson took over, wasn't Flacco top 5 in passing yards?
He was.
yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Just like everybody expected, it was Flacco and Goff.
It's because they got some receivers over there.
Brees Hall was 3 rushing yards away from going for 100 on the ground and 100 through the air.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
Okay, I guess another crazy stat. You see, Taysom Hill is on fire this year for the
3
Saints.
touchdowns.
He-
What,
yesterday?
15 total touchdowns for the season?
As an Alvin Kamara holder in fantasy,
Yeah.
still put up 17 points or whatever, but man, he took away 2 or 3 touchdowns.
He's a vulture.
That's how it goes.
He's a vulture.
Still winning.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
What, 3 rushing and one touchdown pass? Or was it
I thought
2
it was
and
3
1?
total.
It must have been.
Three total,
So
2
2.
rushing.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Taysom Hill has always been that guy that he just.
Isn't he that guy that can do like anything?
Utility.
Yeah, pretty
he's a
much.
Utility guy,
utility.
yeah. That's
He
all right.
was
Quarterback, tight end, running back, wide receiver.
Yeah.
so at
Center.
BYU. He played for like 6 years there because he got hurt so many times.
That's why he stayed there.
No, I'm serious. He got hurt so many times. He got his knee. Both of his knees were blown out. I'm pretty sure, and he got hurt. I think 3 different times. Got medically redshirted during his 6 years at BYU, and the last year he ended his career by tearing his ACL.
He made his NFL debut at 29
Yes.
and
Or
lit up the
no,
lead.
he was
28?
26, I think. 'Cause he's 32 now, so this is his 6th season. So he'd have been
26.
26.
So he was in college for 6 years, and he was
Yeah.
still younger than Brandon Whedon.
Who am I thinking?
Wow.
I hate Brandon.
Hey, don't talk about
Taking
OK State
shots
like
at
that, buddy.
Brandon Whedon on a Monday night at 9:30.
OK State
All right, that's what we're
hanging
doing.
in there for that top 4 bid I said a couple weeks ago.
Greggy, you love Brandon Whedon, don't you? That was your favorite.
Dude, I cannot stand
That was your favorite Browns quarterback of all time.
No.
You and Tommy. That was Tommy's favorite. I know that was Tommy's favorite. He
That
loved
was
Brandon Whedon.
me and Tommy standing in the dog pound screaming at him. Tommy smoking cigarettes in the stadium, getting yelled at. Sir, you got to put that out. I am. Putting it out in 1 second. I'm almost done with
The
it.
whole time, I'll put it out.
They're backed up against the goal line. We're just like, God, you suck! You suck!
See, this needs to happen. We need to get tickets and all go up to a
Oh,
Browns
man.
game, and Tommy needs to go. That's the thing.
gosh.
Like, Tommy
put
is
GoPros
the
on all of us.
recipe
We'll live
for a
stream
fun
it.
time.
Content.
Heart of
every
Ohio
time.
sports
Oh,
takes over
man.
Cleveland.
Dude, the last time I went to a game with Tommy, like, he got all drunk, and he was, like, annoying some, like, uptight guy that was sitting next to us. And that guy was like, after so long, the guy just looked over at him, and he goes, really?
Really?
So, like, Tommy turns around to everybody else. He's like, this guy's being mean to me.
No, not Tommy. He would
It
never
was
do
fucking
that.
Hey, Nate,
so
we got a
funny.
question in chat. How's Chris Olave doing in New Orleans?
How is he after
he just got a
his-
concussion in
How
this
is he
last
after his injury?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him lately.
He went out of that game yesterday
Yeah.
with a concussion. So
That's true. He's
I
also
know-
looking like one of the best rookies in the class so
yeah,
far.
his fantasy production has been pretty steady.
We'll get our
You
chat
think,
from Twitch over here. Did you see that?
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Wild
guys?
thing Wahoo.
Wild thing Wahoo.
I like that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Olave.
Think Michael
Really good.
Thomas is helping
He
a lot
got
of that?
DDT'd yesterday, huh?
He got DDT.
That's what happened to Chris Olave.
RKO.
Out of nowhere.
Top rope.
So, yeah, NFL news. Anything else you guys want to talk about here? Because, I mean, you had a couple other games that kind of caught
Cooper
my eye
Rush
here.
is
Cooper
5-0.
Yeah.
Did the
As a
Cowboys
starter.
win again?
Yeah.
Cowboys beat the Rams, at the Rams.
My goodness.
It was what?
And it wasn't close.
It
22
was
to 10.
22
I
to
saw-
10,
I fell
I
asleep
believe.
during that game.
I saw
It
a
was so
stat that
boring.
said the Cowboys are the only team this year that's beaten both the Super Bowl teams or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, Rams and Bengals, right?
Yep,
They beat
Yeah.
both of them.
absolutely. How long can they keep that up, though?
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Let them write it as long as they
Longer
can.
than the
They're a
Giants.
better
So I
rushing
saw
team
a
than I
thing.
thought they'd be.
I saw a thing where the Cowboys has said Cowboys bench extending Prescott's contract for another week.
Poor Prescott.
When is he supposed to come back?
This week.
He's supposed to be back this week.
I think
Yeah.
this week.
It's
We've
gotta
made it
be.
almost an hour into this podcast, and we haven't even talked about Baker.
Who?
Exactly. Baker got another coach fired.
Hey, can you see your comment you put on Facebook?
Oh,
Oh, that was hilarious.
you can take the quarterback out of Cleveland, but you can't take the Cleveland out of the quarterback. I mean, Baker is dead last in the NFL in QBR. He's actually got the worst QBR through 5 games in NFL history.
No, second.
Okay, sorry, second.
Second to
Only to
Jamarcus
Jamarcus
Russell.
Russell.
Good lord.
Jamarcus Russell.
Second to
Yes.
Jamarcus Russell.
Good lord.
So,
Who had an 11.5, I believe. you
Yeah.
said earlier.
Well, I mean, you got to fire the coach. That way you have an excuse for him going into next year. Right? He had 16 different coaches in 16 years. And blah, 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 blah.
yeah, well, he just keeps seeming to run these guys out of town. I don't know, man. Like,
The disrespect to Baker for being the best quarterback that you guys have had in almost the entire franchise.
Bro. Well,
I mean, I get it. He's still not great. He's still not good.
No.
But the disrespect, like he put the Browns. I mean, I won't want to say he put it back on the map, but he put him back
Took
on
us
the
to
map.
the playoffs,
Okay.
won a game against the Steelers.
Exactly. Like
That year,
But-
down the stretch, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He was a top 5 quarterback down the stretch that year that they went to the playoffs.
I remember his rookie year, and he beat the Ravens.
What happened after that, I have no idea.
bro, I mean, Nate will attest to this. I was always a Baker fan, wasn't I, Nate?
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
I
yeah.
like Baker, man, but like,
You'll
now that he
attest to
don't-
this. I was not.
Yeah, I mean, but now that he doesn't play for us anymore, I could give 2 shits less. With him. I mean, good. I wished him luck, but obviously it didn't work because he's not doing very good. But I was sitting here laughing because of this comment from that Wild Thing Wild. He said, "My man Jamarcus is a legend." No, bro. No.
He certainly is.
Hey, you heard him talk
He's number
on a
one in
podcast?
something.
Terrible.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He did a podcast with a couple other guys. I can't remember. I think it was... anyways, he was talking about his time with the Raiders, and he was, like, mad about them giving him a fake DVD. He was mad that they gave him a DVD that didn't have game film on it,
Yeah, I was gonna
and he
say.
came back and said that, yeah, everything's good, whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever you want to
That's
run.
what you get for being a liar. They just knew you were lying, bro.
And he got mad. He's like, "Why are they playing games with me like that, man? Like, I'm
Why
supposed
you
to be,
playing
I'm supposed to be
games?
the number 1 overall pick, man. Like, why you gotta play games with me like that?
Here,
Like,
yeah, you're supposed to be the number 1 overall pick, so why are you playing games?
it's
like
exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, dude, you were the number
Well,
1 pick.
Yes, yeah. So, have you guys watched Flemlo Rap's documentary on Jamarcus? He does like little like documentary episodes.
Ah,
He's speaking foreign language.
Okay,
brother.
so there's this guy on YouTube, Flemlo Raps. He does really like phenomenal content in he did like a what happened Jamarcus Russell, and kind of over his whole career how absolutely rough that guy had it. Like it makes me look at him in a new light. It doesn't make me look like he's no longer like the lazy like drug addict like bad quarterback.
dude made a lot of money. I'll tell you that much.
He made a lot of money.
72 mil, I think, was his rookie contract or something.
crazy.
Wow.
He was one of those
Or even
last few guys that got the crazy first round pick money. Like, remember Sam Bradford signed some like almost $100 million deal for 4 years, and everybody was like, "All right, we got to put a
Yeah,
stop to
something's
this.
gotta change."
Something's got to happen."
Wasn't Matthew Stafford the last of those guys
I
to
think
get
he
the
was.
biggest deal?
Yeah, you're right.
so.
I think he was, but yeah, he made a lot of money, so you can't fault the guy.
No. I'm not. I don't feel bad for him.
No, I
in
don't think
that
anybody
sense,
does.
but,
I don't think
like,
anybody does.
Well, here's your homework. Go home and watch that documentary. It's like 20 minutes. It's really good.
Okay.
That whole channel is like one of my favorite NFL content hubs.
So let's talk about this Bengals Ravens game before we move on from the NFL here. This was another one of those just drag out slugfest AFC North games.
It's fun to watch.
I really thought the Bengals had it won, and then
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
I saw a tweet like, there is no one in the history of the NFL who is better at their job than Justin Tucker is. And you have to
That's
agree.
Facts.
Yeah.
He's like, is he 18 for 18 in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime? I mean,
That's about as automatic as it gets right there.
He really is.
He's never missed in the last 2 minutes.
He's never missed a
never.
game-winning kick.
Never in his career.
Never missed in the last 2 minutes at all.
Nope.
That's unreal.
And the combination with that
Take a
and
lesson,
Lamar
Cade.
Jackson being able to
Come on.
Lamar Jackson can get you down the field in 30 seconds just with his feet alone, and he only needs to, if you start at the 25, you don't have to get very far to get in Justin Tucker range, and
he
he's
can nail a
going
60.
to nail it.
What was it versus the Lions?
That combination
66,
is just
67
deadly.
yarder? Yeah.
Now, my question. Now, the Ravens are the Ravens. We all know what they are.
The Ravens
The
is the
Ravens
Ravens.
are going to go as far as Lamar's feet and arm will take them. He's starting to look, like he could be having another one of those MVP kind of seasons.
Like he can throw the ball now too.
Yeah, for real. Like he can sling it. On the other side of the field, Joe Burrow What's going on with Joey B?
His appendix.
Okay, that's whatever, man.
Yeah,
like,
just-
come on.
Yeah, is it
That's
a
is it happened like 2 months
Put it
ago.
back in. Put it back in.
Hangover
That was
here?
like 2 months ago.
It is kind of crazy seeing though his difference from last year.
It is.
They went away from the passing game in that last quarter. Joe Mixon didn't do a whole lot. Jamar Chase didn't do anything right down the stretch.
7 catches for 50 yards, averaging 7 yards a catch. On the season, his stats are just not very good, man. Like, you talk 32 receptions, 353 yards, averaging 10 yards a reception, 2 touchdowns on the year.
Man.
And that's, I mean, you're talking about, we're 5 games in now, guys. Like, this is a guy last year that was tearing up the stat sheet, and everybody expected to be one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. A lot of guys, including myself, took him in the first round of the fantasy draft this year. Expected big things out of this offense. I really expected big things out of him, and it's just been kind of a disappointment this year, man. What's going on with the Bengals?
The Bungles?
The Bungles.
They're back.
Is this,
They're back down to earth.
are they back to where they should be? Is this a team that this is where they should be, or? Because, I mean, they won ugly so many times down the stretch last year.
It's true.
A lot of people think they shouldn't have even made it to the playoffs, and then they go all
Yeah,
the
they
way
barely
to the
did make it.
Super Bowl.
Zach Taylor is not a very good coach.
Well,
I think that
Well.
is part of it.
yes. These young guys are proving that in crucial situations, they're just not.
Too many
They
teams are like, oh, let's get the product of McVay, right? Let's go after like these young West Coast spread, like pass the ball. It's just, I don't know. McVay is really the only one that really works for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Bengals get away from Joe Mixon too often. He is really one of the best running backs in the league. You need to utilize him, and they don't as much as they should.
What do you have? Like 14 carries yesterday for just 78 yards. He was averaging 5.5 yards a carry. I felt like every time they would give him the ball, he was picking up 5 yards. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, like the Browns, they just kind of go away from what's working and they try to force things. Like, that's what happened with Stefanski. Yes. I mean, you had Nick Chubb was like averaging 10 yards a carry at one point, and they ran the ball with Kareem Hunt on a sweep on 4th and 1.
I will say another point about the Bengals, which Twitch user makes, the offensive line is horrendous. It really is. I mean, like, I thought the Steelers' offensive line was bad. The Bengals have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. And,
Awful. Just absolutely awful.
It's crazy how they didn't invest in, like,
Oh, they did, but they didn't invest the right kind in the
No.
right kind of players for their scheme. I think they found misfit toys and just tried to make them work for what they needed because they were like, all right, well, we need a left tackle. Okay, he's the best one on the board. Let's sign him. But didn't really work for what they do. Like, they went out and got who's the right tackle that they went out and signed, and I was like, he really didn't work very well for him so far because they have Jonah Williams from Alabama on the left side. And then they went out and signed a guy in free agency for the right side. And I thought, okay, well, Lyle Collins from the Cowboys. And I was like, all right, well, he might work out, but he's been just dog doo-doo for them. And Jonah Williams has not been very good either. And you talk about the interior of that offensive line. Well, they've never really been that good anyway. So
good point.
That front office was just playing Madden. They just
Yeah.
saw what they needed, chose the guy with the highest rating, and signed him.
yeah, that's kind of how I felt the Bengals treated the offseason. They were just like, all right, let's just sign the best guys at the top of the list for the free agent linemen. Each lineman that we need, we'll sign the best guy.
Another 50-yarder for Carlson.
He's a beast.
That's what a kicker looks like.
Yes.
Long, flowing gold hair.
But
That's what Cade York needs a wig.
I think the Bengals, an offensive line takes a while to gel. And the more they play together, the more they're going to see better results. Burrow was only sacked twice in the game last night. He was hurried many times throughout the game, but he was only sacked twice.
He was pissed.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't really expect much out of the Bengals this year. I really wasn't expecting much out of them last year. They surprised me. So if they do a lot this year with the big target that they have on their chest, I would be surprised. But we'll see. I don't know. That's pretty much it for NFL coverage. I mean, I didn't really have anything else that stood out to me. This one's kind of standing out. The Raiders. Another one that stood out, real quick, the Lions go from scoring 35 points a game, leading the NFL in scoring offense, to getting shut out by the Patriots, 29-0. Bailey Zappi,
who's their
endearing himself to the New England
Western
fans.
Kentucky legend.
There are already Patriots fans buying his jersey and burning Mac Jones's jersey.
Oh my God!
I saw a video of it.
How long? I saw that. How long is Mac Jones out for?
At least a couple more weeks.
He would a high sprain.
High ankle sprain, they said. So, yeah.
Yeah, that game went downhill in the first quarter when Goff threw an interception going for Hawkinson on the left side. Just never got it. Whoever the safety was for New England, I don't remember, but absolutely read Goff like a book. How about player getting carted off by the ambulance? Did you see that?
Which game?
Lions, Patriots.
Oh,
first
the
quarter.
corner. The corner for the Lions. Yeah.
That was
Savion something?
Savion Smith? Yeah. That was scary because it was like he was just in coverage, no contact, no nothing, and he just collapsed.
Yeah, and it was scary because he didn't move.
Yeah. And then
that's the creepy part. Whenever a guy falls on just straight falls on the ground and then doesn't move, it's like, what just happened?
And then they waited for parents to get out of the stands or family. So that's one of two things, right? That's either good news because it's not as urgent as you would think.
Well, evidently he flew back with the team.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully everything's all right.
Have they released any information on what it was?
Did you see what happened with there was a coach over the
Michigan.
weekend who had a seizure. Yeah.
Yeah, the running back coach.
Mike Hart had a seizure on the sideline. They had to
scary.
cart him off. That was scary.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some scary scenarios over the weekend. Another game that kind of we talked about Taysom Hill going off, but that Saints-Seahawks game, I mean, Geno Smith, 3 touchdowns, 260 yards through the air. Another guy, this is a fantasy sleeper here. If you haven't stashed him already, go grab Kenneth Walker III, the Sparty. Average 11 yards a carry. Now, he did have a 69-yard run. That helps a lot. Helps the average quite a bit. But that's a guy you want to keep your eye on if you're a fantasy football player. Go stash him. Go grab him off the waivers if you get a chance after tonight's game. Other than that, guys, NFL, that's pretty much it. Let's talk about college football. You wanted to talk about the top 5, the
top 5.
Top
in
5.
AP, yeah.
Kind of jumbling what's going on right now because Alabama moves down to number 3. Ohio State moves up to number 2 in the rankings. What's your thoughts on that, Connor? You're a college guy, so I know you want to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, Bama's game, it was ugly for them against A&M. I think the big reason is because they didn't play Bryce Young again. They sat him in that game, so they had their second string in their backup. And things were just weren't going Bama's way. And then I think it came down to Texas A&M's QB. He threw it. Bama had good coverage, but he forced the throw to a defender that was double teamed and had 0 chance to win it. So, for how crappy Bama played at home too, it don't surprise me that they fell. Now falling to 3, that surprised me.
He got the right stuff there. He nailed that one from 59 yards
in the wind.
Matt Wright, Steelers legend.
Oh, he should have hit that
Being
first
tortured
one.
by 50-plus yard field goals.
So seeing Georgia jump up to 1,
Georgia at 1.
They commanded their game against Auburn. So
they're back in the comforts of the SEC, so they'll take care of business now. And
so
42-10 against Auburn. Can we talk about this Texas-Oklahoma game, though? Good Lord.
I was not expecting 49-0.
49-0. I mean, Quinn Ewers looks like the real deal.
Like what
the
what
real
happened? What is Venables doing to Oklahoma?
Evidently, he did not bring his defensive game plan with him. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but that is wow. I was not expecting that. Another game I really wasn't. Tennessee, are they back? Are they for real?
Let's go Tennessee.
The Vols,
They got Bama this weekend.
40-13 final
against
over
Missouri.
LSU.
Yeah, LSU. My bad. Florida had Missouri. Yeah, against LSU. Brian Kelly.
Tennessee, are they back?
I'm going to say it now. Tennessee beats Alabama next week.
Whoa, hot
That's
take.
it.
Hot
Hey,
take. Hot take right there, Eric.
Tennessee
Dropping the hot takes.
beats Alabama.
They're going
All right,
to lose
there you
by.
go.
They're going to lose by at least 2 touchdowns.
I got.
least.
Well,
Probably 3.
I guarantee Bryce Young will be back in that game. But seeing, I know Florida and Alabama are 2 different teams, but I watched the whole Tennessee and Florida game, and Tennessee did great that game. I think for how the crowd is at Tennessee and how they can get into the heads of the opponents and kind of catch them off guard and stuff, it'll be a very tough game for Bama, and I can see Tennessee getting the upset. And they got College Game Day this week. They got College Game Day there, so
Pat McAfee magic.
watch out
It's
for Tennessee.
So there's your prediction. We'll see if he's right next Monday here on the Pulse. Eric, you're not going to dodge me next week, are you?
No.
Coming on?
Good.
All right.
Well, it depends if Tennessee beats Alabama.
Most exciting game, second week in a row? Or, well, no, but Oklahoma State, TCU.
I was going to say the Kansas TCU game was the game of the week for me.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
so upsetting Kansas didn't win. I wanted them to win.
Yeah.
But for that game to be that close, damn,
Man.
TCU is a really good team, though.
TCU is a
wanted
really
them
good
to
team.
win that game.
They
I
are.
really wanted. Kansas is fun to watch this year.
They are.
I mean, and it's just I don't know. It's a different atmosphere there, and you root for a team like that.
It's
you
a
know?
really good basketball team out on that football field.
I hope that Leipold stays and establishes something there at least for a year or two.
Yes.
Before he moves on. Now, this guy's obviously meant for bigger, better things. Everywhere he goes, he's been successful. But I would love to see him stay there and just establish some kind of a culture rebuild with a culture build, I should say. I was going to say cancel culture, but I don't know why that just decided to come out. Anyway, some kind of a culture build, I should say, instead of a rebuild, because they never really had a culture at Kansas. There's never really been a football culture there. It's been all basketball. So it would be nice to see them kind of build something. But
So the last time they went 5-0 is back in 2009, and they finished the season 0-7. Like the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So they are 0-1 after going 5-0.
don't say that, Connor. Don't say
I had to
that.
say it. But I do like seeing these teams for a long time start putting themselves back on the map. Like, look at Illinois. They're in the top 25 since 2011.
We got a couple comments over here. I don't know if you can see them or not. I can try to scroll back up a little bit.
Let's see.
Start about right here, I think.
When yours,
We talk about James Madison ranked
James Madison is ranked for the first time ever.
in their first year in D1.
Yep.
I got a couple buddies out who go to James Madison, and they are over the moon. That whole town, that whole college campus, like
The Dukes.
You
Yep,
can't go
the Dukes.
anywhere without seeing burning couches.
We got
Just on weekdays. It'll be a Tuesday.
a couple more comments here after that one there, guys.
Let's see. What's your thoughts on Bielema at Illinois? Well, we just talked about Illinois,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Nebraska. Do I think they call a rule? I don't know. I think Matt Rule is going to need at least one season to kind of get right. I think Bill O'Brien takes a job next year somewhere, and that opens up that offensive coordinator position at Alabama. That'd be a nice little landing spot for Matt Rule. I think Matt Rule is going to be just fine taking that, $40 million that he's going to take over the next 4 years from the Panthers. And if he takes another NFL job over that course of that time, they don't have to pay him that money. So I'm pretty sure he wants to go back to college football, and I'm pretty sure he's probably not going to be a head coach.
Yeah.
So I think that Alabama landing spot makes sense to me. That's just the way I see it. For Matt Rule, anyways. Do I think Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the questions. But hey, keep them coming, guys. All the comments, I love them. We do want to take a timeout here in just a little bit after we get done with college football. We still got our ice cream. It is starting to melt. Good thing I put it in a thermos bag.
Oh yeah, you better.
Ice cream taste test. Stick
Yes,
around.
we do have an
Little
ice cream
Debbie's.
taste test. It's going to be nice and melted. So stick around for that. But college football, anything else you guys want to talk about here?
So we talked about-
big time top 25.
Oklahoma State
Oklahoma
is
State
coming
over
for that
Texas
playoff.
Tech.
Oh, they won over Texas Tech. They got TCU coming up. That's going to be a
That's
fantastic
going to be a
game.
big game.
Ranked number 7 and 13, I think they are right now. Whatever the new ratings are. Again, Oklahoma State is my team to make it in the college playoffs. I'm sticking with it. I mean,
All right.
I guess unless they lose to TCU, but
So
I don't think that's going to happen.
Ohio, I don't know.
Trust in Gundy,
Right, yeah.
Trust in Gundy.
mullet man.
So Ohio State's defense is ranked 7th in the country this year. They are, I think.
Who the hell have they played, though, for real?
So they're below
Ohio
Bama
State?
by 1. They're ahead
Michigan
of
State?
Georgia by 1. So they're
Go
sandwiched
green,
in
go white.
between those.
Go
two.
Sparties.
You see, Minnesota is first.
First in what?
Defense.
Defense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they once again, who the hell have they played? For real. It's the Big Ten. Like, I don't know. There's not much really to be said about.
Nothing means anything until Ohio State plays Michigan.
Nothing means anything
So-
until the playoffs, really.
Also, a good point.
Michigan struggles against Indiana. They fall to 5th. Clemson jumps them to 4th in the top 5.
Which
I think USC is 6 now.
I don't have the confidence in Clemson that it seems a lot of other people do.
no, I don't.
No, it's gonna happen where
I think
The ACC is so weak.
yeah.
Baker's
really
got an
is.
ankle to blame things on now. I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he's out a couple weeks. So you will see PJ Walker get the start for the Panthers.
PJ?
Sam Darnold.
PJ Walker.
No, he's still out.
XFL
still out.
legend PJ Walker.
Yeah, Darnold is
A
still
lot of
out.
teams down to third string quarterbacks right now.
Yeah. Wonder if Mason Rudolph goes on the trade block. There was talks about that.
What? I mean, why are they hanging on to him if he was on a trade block? Get rid of him.
Well, people talked about it because there's. I mean,
He couldn't clear medical because of that dent in his head, huh?
no, it's just like Trubisky, Baker, Trubisky and Pickett.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was going on, and Mason had playing time in that system, so that's why they're
Makes
hanging
sense.
on to it. But
Makes sense.
at this point,
It's time.
Pickett's your number
Boot
one.
it.
No more about the Steelers. We talked about them.
Will Wisconsin go outside to hire a coach? Wisconsin? I think Jim Leonard's the guy. I really do. I think he'll turn that program around over the next few weeks. They'll see that that's the guy. He's from there. He reminds me a lot of Pat Fitzgerald in that he could be that guy for them for 20 years. And he could be the guy that just establishes them as a culture powerhouse Big Ten team again. I don't know. I see Jim Leonard as the guy with them, and I think that'd be a great hire for them. Honestly, he's already proven that he's willing to stay and turn the team around and do what it takes. So
Do you think someone's crazy enough to hire Urban Meyer?
yes, absolutely.
You think
Notre
so?
Dame. Notre Dame.
Yeah, boy.
I called it. I told you, Greg. I told you 2 years ago.
Gimme.
He is going back to Notre Dame. He was a
Gimme,
tight
gimme,
ends
gimme.
coach there.
Fighting Irish.
That's his dream job. I know it.
Give me
Not
those
the
wins.
Buckeyes were his dream job.
No. That's what he told everybody.
I thought the Jaguars were a dream
Yeah,
job.
whatever. That's money. No. Notre Dame is his dream job. That's the job that he really wants. And if Marcus Freeman continues to underachieve with this kind of talent that they have on that roster, they'll ask him in a Luke Fickell role, hey, would you mind just staying and just going back to your defensive coordinator role and just being the good guy that you are? I think you'll be okay in that role, and it'll be fine, Remember, Luke Fickell did that at Ohio State. They asked him to take over the team. They didn't really have anybody in place. Marcus Freeman signed a very team-friendly contract, very team-friendly buyout options in that contract. I'm just saying, he did sign a long-term contract, but I don't see that guy being a long-term answer there, and I think Urban Meyer would bring them back to prominence, and I do think that would be, I think it'd be a good fit for him and for the program because he needs a place where he can rebound, and a couple years of losing or not, being a playoff team, they would be understanding for a couple of years. They would give him a year or two to get that team back to prominence. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Notre Dame. Or what do you think, Urban Meyer? Anybody going to hire him?
I think so. And then it's got to be a college team. It's obviously not going to be an NFL team.
Well, I can't believe somebody hired him for the NFL to begin with. I mean, jeez.
Yes,
Right.
he's Stefanski so much.
Breaking news: the Browns hire.
Exactly.
They tried. They really did. He didn't want to coach him.
Nope.
I wouldn't want to coach me either.
Good.
They tried when they hired Freddie Kitchens. I think they interviewed Urban Meyer. So, yeah, that was not going to happen. Connor, you think anybody's going to hire him?
I think he should stay out of it. I
think he should stay
I
out of
think
it?
he's done.
You
Back
think
to
he's done?
broadcasting?
Yeah.
Well,
Or just stick with it.
if he goes somewhere,
heart.
if he goes somewhere, they better have some good clubs that he can go to.
Well, and they better have
Wow,
a good.
How dare you talk about the great Urban Meyer like
They
that?
better have a good cardiology facility.
That was just he was a victim of circumstances. I think he was just looking for one of his buddies.
It was just a
one of the-
conversation.
He was looking for one of the
Circumstance or
team-
circumcision?
No, he was looking for one of his players, and he was like, "Hey, I heard he was in here. I'm just checking out. I got to bounce, And then somebody took a picture of him trying to smear his good name.
All right, so guys, you want to take a break and then come back and do some ice cream tasting here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's get into it, huh? Let's go over our weekly schedule here before we get into it. We do have some matchups that we'll be covering this week here on Heart of Ohio Sports. One of them is for sure the Tiffin Calvert and Hopewell Loudon game. That'll be live from Frost Calnow Stadium. You can find that
Chieftains.
here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tune in, heartofohiosports.com. That's your most reliable source for where you can find each broadcast. Both of them will be on the website. So, as for the second game,
Where are we
trying
gonna
to work some
go?
angles. We're still trying to work some angles
Where's
to see if we
this
can
week's
get.
mystery game.
Yes. So you'll find out. Stay tuned. Most likely by Thursday we should have answers, but as for right now, I'm still waiting for some clearance. Let's just say that some clearance. So yeah. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night as we'll have the Coaches Corner live at Bench Warmers. We'll have Columbian assistant coaches Joey Krajewski and Donovan Walker on with us. I'm trying to see if I can get Steve Reeser on, but I have not heard back from him yet. So as of now, it'll just be Joey and Donovan Walker. Wednesday, Joey pulling double duty, man. He is just working his ass off this week as he'll be back here in studio with Aaron Steyer for another episode of the Over Under Pod. And then, like I mentioned, on Friday, we've got a couple of high school football games on the schedule for you, and Berg football on a bye week this week.
Oh, we didn't talk about Berg at all.
Yeah. Close game with Mount.
Again, the second year in a row they've played Mount close.
Yes.
We
Struggle.
were fortunate enough to call that game last year.
Yeah.
You and I.
It was fun.
Oh, it was fun.
I was hoping that I was hoping last year would have been the year they would have pulled that off. And this year they got pretty close. I mean,
Defense played great.
defense played about as good as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Berg's record is what are they? 3-2. 3-2. I
Two
believe?
losses, yeah.
Yes, I know they have two losses on the season. So, once again, we're going to step aside. We're going to take a quick break, a quick timeout. We're going to set things up. I'm going to get these guys some ice cream here, then we are going to taste test. Each guy is going to blindfold taste test each variety of ice cream to tell me what the flavors are.
Coming at the king.
We'll see who's right. We'll see who's wrong. We'll see who gets this right. Stay tuned right here on the Pulse Podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Yes, Nate. There you go.
All right, we're back. So,
I can't see.
this is the content, y'all,
Back with blindfold.
that you should be paying for. We shouldn't be giving this away for free. I'm telling you right now. This is gold right here. Gold.
We need a high school football this stuff.
Eventually, we're just gonna put this kind of stuff on our Patreon and just say, "Hey, you're gonna have to pay to see this, because this is the good stuff." All right.
No, I want to take part in this.
Well, obviously, there's plenty left over, Greggy. So, you know.
I want to guess on it too.
Well, obviously. All right, let's do it. All right, so let's get going here.
Let's preface it. Oh, where am I?
So we have 6 flavors.
Okay.
Explain for the audience.
We have 6 flavors of the Little Debbie ice cream. Greggy, you want to run down the flavor list for us?
We got the zebra cake, the cosmic brownies, the Swiss cake rolls, Nutter Butters, my favorite, the strawberry shortcake, and the pumpkin delight.
Alrighty. So here we are. In no particular order, we're going to go ahead and start it out right here.
What is right here?
Right
I can't hear. I can hear. I can't see.
We'll start with Zack.
Okay.
Here's the
Mr.
bowl.
Little Debbie.
Now be careful. Don't get any on my microphone here. All right. So control sample. Here we are. Keep your spoon. That's your spoon.
You're a big boy.
Eric. Watch the mic. Watch the mic.
I can't see the mic. I can't even see the. Okay, here we go.
It's interesting.
No guesses yet. We got to wait till Connor's done. All right. Now let's pass that. Hey, Eric, just one bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Where's my spoon?
Everybody knows the rules. Just one bite. All right. Now Connor, here we go. You're just gonna go in. All right. I will hold it for you. Here we go. Ready? It's right up here by your mouth.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. You see it?
Yep.
You're good.
Got it.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Now
I'm ready. So don't tell us what we get till the end.
everybody's gonna guess.
I want you guys to guesses, but we're not gonna tell you.
Yeah, don't tell us till the end.
We're gonna guess, and then you're gonna give it a grade based on your guess. All right, Zach, we'll start with you. What was that?
That was Swiss roll,
All right.
and I would say that was a 7 out of 10. It was delightful.
Okay.
It was
All right.
lovely.
It wasn't Swissful?
Swissful?
Eric.
I agree. Swiss cake roll.
All right.
And I was also going to give it out of 7.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Here we go. Some consistency out of Little Debbie here. Let's see if you're. Let's see if we have a comrade that agrees here. Connor, what are you thinking? What was that?
Cosmic.
That was the cosmic.
Cosmic brownie.
Connor says that was the cosmic. All right.
I had straight brownie there.
Straight, nothing but brownie.
I got brownie.
What's your grade? What's your grade?
Oh man. I give it like a 7.8.
Oh, Connor liked it.
Yeah.
Kinda likey.
It was chocolate and then marshmallow.
Oh, okay. Some marshmallow in there.
I didn't taste marshmallow.
No, I just had
was
the
the-
fudge.
No, they didn't have the marshmallow delights. No, they did not.
No. I'm just saying, like they're trying to emulate the cream.
Your aftertaste.
Okay, all right. All
No,
right.
I'm just saying, if you want to be 100% accurate, that's what it is.
So, that one out of the way here. Now we have number 2 on the list.
Ooh, we won't even know till-
Here we go.
So I'm guessing you're writing down our answers? Yes. Okay, I gotcha.
And Zach,
Okay, where's the microphone? Okay.
you're pretty close. You're good. You got it. All right.
Boom, ba-da-dum, bum, boom.
Eric. All right. And now Connor. Here we are.
Thank you, Greg. This is great. Just watching us try to find the bowl.
And I have no idea how much is on the spoon.
Exactly. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Zach, we'll start with you. What was your guess?
That was cosmic brownie.
Okay. And your grade of the Cosmic Brownie.
I would say that's a 6. It was less good than the last one.
Okay. Less good. All right. Eric, your assessment.
I have to go cosmic brownie as well, but I thought it tasted exactly the same as the last one. So I'm going to go 7 because it tasted the same.
It tasted the same.
Same texture, everything.
Okay. Connor, what do you got?
That one was cosmic because I had
So you
all the
got
candy,
two-
little candies.
You got two
I had the little
cosmics?
candies in that one.
Any little candies.
I also
I
got a
had
little
a
candy.
I did
spoonful
not
of
get
little
any.
candies.
I also got candy.
That one was cosmic. Oh my god!
Can't go back now.
Right when I took that bite, that was cosmic.
All right, here we go.
That was
Here we go. Here it is.
that rating was
sample.
an 8.2.
Here is the control sample here. Number three. This one. Well, let's just say this one. This one should be easy. Well, you're upside down here.
I think the two hard ones are already out of the way.
You're upside down.
This one.
Here. Nope. You're still up. There we go. All right.
Enjoy your last
That's
meal,
your shirt.
gentlemen.
That's your shirt.
Yeah, that's just what I feel right now.
It's too big.
All right, Eric.
Like I Nate's just holding the ball in front of Eric, but not telling him.
Nope.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, what is actually? Oh, wait.
All right.
Wait till they're done, right?
Nope. We gotta wait.
Yeah.
We need everyone's approval here.
I'm trying to hand it to
Get
Connor.
rid of that
I'm handing
on
it to
the
Connor
spoon
like
there.
he
Don't be
can see
mixing
it.
ice creams here.
Clean
Clean your
your
spoon.
What?
off.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, chocolate spoon.
All right, now here we go. Ready?
Okay.
You're in there, like swimwear. All right, we'll start with Zach. Your guess.
So I don't think it tasted what it was supposed to taste like. But I think this is the strawberry one.
All right, and your grade?
It wasn't bad,
Okay.
but it was a 6.
You barely got any of it though. Like literally, you had like a taste of it. Like you
Like,
didn't even have a
put
full
my-
spoonful.
You put my spoon upside down.
Well, I wasn't holding it.
Are you not holding your spoon the whole time? Am I the only one holding my spoon still?
No, the spoon hasn't left my hand.
I'll say I'm not holding anyone's spoon here.
Nate,
Like,
can you airplane it into his mouth for the next time?
Please.
damn it! All right, Eric, your assessment here. What do you think?
That did taste exactly like it was supposed to, and that was definitely strawberry.
All right,
That was
and
an 8 too.
Connor,
That was good.
Dude, I
An
am
8?
getting the
I like
best.
it, man. I love that strawberry shortcake.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I take that back. Like, I think I'm getting the best scoops out of the other two here. That I had all
do you know about
strawberry shortcake there.
all strawberry shortcake.
All strawberry
what was your grade,
shortcake. I
Connor?
am locked in on that answer.
What's your grade?
That was a 6.3.
Okay, 6.3. Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely fruity, but it tasted like green apple
whole
ice
segment
cream
is
syrup.
fruity.
Green apple?
Where do you
get green apple from?
From the bite that I had on my spoon.
You're insane.
Okay.
Well, clean your
All
spoon
right,
off.
so
Make sure
control
it's not upside
sample.
down.
We are on 4 now, right? Control sample number 4 here.
How many are there?
are.
6?
I'll go
Okay.
over the microphone.
There you go. Nicely done. All right, wait. There we go. There we are.
Go. Good job, Zach.
I'm not sure Zach liked that one. This is going to get a low grade here. A low score on the scale here. And
Oh, he's
we're gonna go
coughing.
Connor next.
Oh, whoa.
It's a
And
pretty
here
easy
we are
one, though.
right here underneath. Here we go. Here we go.
Super easy, but it's horrible.
Do a big old scoop there.
pretty
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn, bro.
Yes!
What's happening there?
All right, so
That was a basic white bitch beside me, wasn't it?
Zach, your assessment here. What do you think?
It was pumpkin,
Okay,
and
pumpkin.
it took me by such surprise that I almost threw up. I'll give it a 2.
Okay, 2. Wow. Oh, wow. Eric.
Definitely pumpkin, and that was another 8. That was delicious.
Okay, all right. So opposite
I love
ends of
ice
the spectrum.
cream.
Zach, you're just not a basic bitch,
I'm not
are
a
you?
pumpkin man.
No,
You're just not a basic bitch.
I do look like a pumpkin though.
Well, right now, yeah, for sure.
pumpkin head over here.
Connor, what do you got?
That was the pumpkin one.
Okay, and your grade?
Dude, that was a bussin' 8.7.
Ooh, yeah, you were definitely
Shut up.
excited about that bite.
Damn, I thought by his face, I thought he didn't like it.
No, I knew he.
It was horrible.
I totally thought you were like trying to hold it in.
Yuck.
And we are on to number 5 now on the sample list here. 5.
Is this right?
Yep,
I know
you're
the two
right.
that are
You're
left
in there.
that shouldn't be hard.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, good stuff. All right, Eric, you're up next. All right. And now we have Connor. Oh, you're up.
Oh, no.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Fuck. Yeah.
We missed one.
All right.
Oh, I know it.
Okay.
Yep.
Zach, your assessment. What do you think?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
So it was good. It was good. I'll give
Okay.
it a 6.5. Man,
Oh, six
this
and a
is-
half. But
this
what
is
was
tough.
it?
This is tough
But what was it?
because it tastes like maple syrup is the biggest thing.
That's a Michigan
doesn't-
thing.
yeah.
I didn't
That's-
feel
So
like I ate a lot.
I'm gonna go zebra cake because I think.
When have I ever had a maple flavored zebra cake in my life?
Well, you'd think that peanut butter would be super overpowering.
Well, yes, you would think.
Was it not?
You would think.
Zebra cake, 6.5.
Okay. Eric.
If that was zebra cake, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to go with, what we got, Nutter Butter is the other one? Yep. Nutty Buddy?
Well, I mean, based on what you've guessed,
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
I feel like, yeah.
Options are that and zebra cake.
Yeah, give me Nutter Butter.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with a 4. It didn't have any flavor.
Exactly.
Are you
No
like not
flavor.
taking good
It
scoops
must
or
not.
what?
I got a big gold.
I had a
It
pretty big bite, and it just tasted like nothing.
wasn't peanut.
Connor, what do you got?
Dude, zebra cake all the way.
All
Zebra
the way.
cake all the way.
All
I had
the
a
way.
nice chunk of zebra cake in that ice cream.
Oh, what?
I had
You're
nothing,
getting
man.
chunks?
I had nothing.
Oh, you are.
Wait,
you gotta
there's-
take the scoop.
I didn't get
of a cane.
I didn't get a
Hey,
chunk.
no one ever told me there was chunks in this ice cream.
You're talking about chunks?
Yes.
I'm gonna need a
All right.
rescoop.
My rating on that, I'd give it like a 6.6.
A 6.6. Okay. All right. So we're down to the last sample here, guys. All right. Here we go. Zach.
Get a good scoop.
It's going to make me mad because I'm
A little ASMR in here.
Don't touch me.
We're blindfolded, Nate. Come on.
Uh-oh.
All right, Eric.
Zach's enjoying something he likes too.
No, I think he knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He thinks he knows what's up.
He knows what's up.
God damn it.
Connor, are we ready?
Let's get it here.
Let's
Hear
ride.
it. Son of a bitch.
Hey, Eric.
I know.
You can't sneak a little Debbie by me.
All right, Zach.
That was the best one so far.
Okay.
It was a 9.
Oh. And which one was it?
That was a Nutty Buddy. Nutty
Nutty
Butter?
Buddy?
It was
Nutter
peanut
Butter?
Yeah.
Nutty Buddy? All right. Eric,
Best little Debbie snack.
what was your assessment?
That was a Nutter Butter.
Oh.
And I give it a 1 because
Because you're mad? No, what's what's your real flavor? Screw that ice
So good.
Can I take my blindfold off now? Can I take
No,
my
you
blind-
give the zebra cake a 1. That's what you give.
Can I take my blindfold off now?
Yes. Yes. And Connor?
Dude, that was 10 out of 10.
What was it?
Nutty Bar.
All right.
So good.
All right. So the guesses are in.
Greg, tell me I got 6 and 6.
yeah.
I'm so pissed on my first pick.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Let's start at that end first. Get to the perfect.
All right, Connor. How many did you get right?
Connor got. I don't like that face, Greg.
Travis Kelce, 8-yard touchdown.
Well, you know you missed at least one because you named a Cosmic twice.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh wait.
Cosmic is the second one. And I put my blindfold
man.
on and I take it off and the Chiefs are in the lead.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? That happened.
The lights come on. The
Nate, you
Chiefs
didn't
are
update
winning,
us.
and I
Yeah,
screwed up
the
an ice
Chiefs
cream
are the
contest.
Chiefs, man. They are who we thought they were.
All right, so
Nameless gray faces.
Connor missed 1.
Eric.
Missed 1.
Eric also missed 1.
Ah. And that means Zach missed
0.
That means you can't sneak
Not
a
a
little
single-
Debbie by
not
him.
one. You can't sneak a little Debbie by Zach Dillon. That's right.
6 for 6, buddy.
I tell you, I'm just so good. And I know anything about high fructose corn syrup
So
snacks.
on the assessment of the ice cream overall, obviously it's a little melted, but let's give an overall assessment here. What do you think as far as their attempts at the flavors? Do you think they got pretty close to what they actually taste like?
Not
Except zebra
really.
cake.
Zebra cake tastes like maple syrup.
Where'd you get
Really?
maple syrup
There you go,
from?
folks.
From the bite that I took. It was maple syrup 100%. I like they got the general
Greg, I want to do one with you too.
Oh, I'll write down. We can do that with Greggy. But no, I mean like they got the general flavor. They got peanut butter was peanut butter. They got chocolate was chocolate. It didn't taste exact like the Nutty Buddy taste. I mean, they had bits of the candy in it,
I had a bunch of it in the bite
In
that
the-
I had.
in the
of
Nutter Butter one.
Yeah.
especially. So
I tell you, like, every single one of my bites had chunks in it of what it was.
Mine didn't.
And then the one that just ruined it for me was Cosmic Brown because I had the little candies in it. I swear the first one was Cosmic.
I will
No.
say when they're all like actually frozen, and then you pull them out of the freezer, Cosmic Brownie was the one that least impressed me.
Yeah.
For one, the hard candies
didn't taste like it.
they don't taste like it, and when they're frozen, it's like rocks. They're like chewing on rocks. It's
Yeah.
like it's not really that fun, you know. The other,
Greg, stop tasting the ice cream. We got to. Greg's over
I'm
there
a huge
cheating.
fan of the pumpkin, and the pumpkin delight is like, man, it is on point. It's so good.
He's getting the chocolate ones too, so he knows which ones to get right.
Look
Greg's
at
a
him.
cheater, dude.
Look at him.
I think my favorite one though was the Nutty Bar.
Okay,
I
Nutter
agree.
Bar.
100%.
100%.
Nutter Bar?
It was the best.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was. It was. Eric, what was
Cheater.
your favorite out of all of them? Nutty Buddy.
Nutty Bar.
It probably was.
It was so good. It was good.
The one I gave a 1 to, because screw that ice cream.
And I think what made
knew
it
it.
No,
like,
you were just mad at Zebra Cake. Come on, be honest.
Yeah,
You
that
weren't
really
mad.
disappointed me. Zebra cake is
yes.
one of my top Little Debbie's, and that ice cream, maybe it was just the bad bite that I got, but I did not taste like it didn't taste like zebra cakes.
Connor got a bite of cake, and he still only scored it like a 6.8. Right? Wasn't
Yeah,
that what he scored a
yeah.
Zebra Cake ice cream? Like a 6? Not
oh
even
yeah,
a
we need
7.
to do average.
Yeah.
Kind of
That's
gave
probably
the
the
zebra
worst.
cake a 6.6.
Yeah, see, something like
6.6.
that. So still wasn't very good. Nobody scored it very high. Like, out of all three of you guys, none of you scored it very high. It just didn't have much flavor when I tried
Well,
it.
here's the thing too is we ate it a bit melted. So
Yeah.
I wonder what the difference is from melted to right out of the freezer.
True.
Like I said, I think because like think of everything that's in the freezer, like that kind of eliminates like taste and scent and stuff. I think because it's warm, we actually like it tasted more like
got
what it
the
was supposed to
taste.
taste like.
Yeah, I
true.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah, and it never was tainted by anyone's freezer. It came straight from Walmart to here. So, like, I went to go get it. That's why we were a little late. So.
All right, so can we do Greggy now?
Greggy already sampled all of them.
I just barely tried one.
Yeah, I seen you over there trying different
it
ones.
was 2.
I tried the 2 chocolate ones, so I knew what they were. So I wouldn't do like a Connor.
I didn't look at the number on the bottom of the bowl, so I don't know which one was which.
Because
Oh.
you knew just by looking at it.
shit.
There's candy in the one. Candy in the one. Come on
That's
now.
why you gotta just bring me.
My name's Greg Kinn. I don't know shit.
Bring me.
I can't see it now.
All right, no, let's get Greggy. Blindfold him up.
All
Is
right.
that your spoon, Eric?
Yeah, I threw it. I threw it.
All right.
Whatever.
Greggy gets the brown blindfold.
Yuck! Take the mic off.
There you go.
All righty. All right.
Get out of here, Greg.
All right.
I'd probably wait to put the blindfold on for you.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
All right, no.
I think we should put like 3 blindfolds on Greg.
Oh, yeah.
However you assign them.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go. Yep.
This is so weird.
I'm just tie a shirt around your head like I did.
So
All right.
We should all just huddle around Greg. All right.
Don't
Greg.
do it, guys.
What's this? What's this gonna be?
He's over here.
All right, Greg. So this is your pre-ice cream assessment. How are you taking the approach into this tonight?
Well, I've got years of experience with being fat, so I feel like my taste buds won't let me down.
All right. Good luck tonight.
All right. Here's your spoon, sir. And then here's the first sample.
Oh, jeez.
We got number 1.
This is so weird. I don't even know where it's at.
Right.
It's in my whole
Yep.
I don't like this.
Yep, you got it. Right down your beard.
Saving it for later.
Yep.
All right, just one. Everybody knows the rules.
Hey. Yeah, I know.
Dude eating it over here
All
before
right,
he goes
What
up.
is your guess?
Fuck.
I guess I would. Whoops. I guess I would. Zebra cake. Would be my guess.
Zebra cake.
All righty.
And what's your grade here?
5.
A 5. Okay, all right.
5 on the
That's
zebra.
First guess.
Okay.
Second guess. Next up.
Drum roll,
you are.
please.
This one's more of a soup.
Shit.
Soupy. All right. You got a nice piece there. I see that.
No, don't do that.
That tastes very cosmic-y.
Okay, all right. What's your guess?
Cosmic brownie.
All right. And your grade.
7.
7 on the cosmic.
Next up.
This is fucking so weird, dude.
You guys are blocking him on the camera. You guys, I'm trying to tell you.
Production value 10. What are we thinking here?
I'm kind of stumped on this one.
You want in here? Gotcha. You get in here.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like anything to me.
It doesn't taste like anything.
It just tastes like liquid ice cream.
Liquid ice cream.
My
My favorite
flavor.
It doesn't help that they're all so similar.
I'll go Swiss cake roll with that one.
Okay. All right. And your grade.
6.5
All right.
for liquid ice cream.
Next up.
Decent bite there.
All right. And your assessment, sir.
I'm gonna guess that's strawberry.
Strawby.
Strawberry.
All right, Strawby. And what's your grade?
7.8.
Okay, next up. 7.8 on the strawberry. He liked that one. What we got here? What we got? This is a good one.
He knows it. He knows it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. That's a Nutty Buddy.
Yeah?
And that's 10 out of 10.
Yeah? All
tastes
right,
just like it.
nice. All right, here we go. Last one.
I still have Nutty Buddy in my mouth, but whatever.
Man, that was a nice scoop.
Yeah.
That's pumpkin right there.
Yeah? Grade?
That's an 8.
We got an 8
I
out
like
of
it
10 on the pumpkin.
It's got good pumpkin flavor.
I like it too. All right, you can unblindfold.
Dude, that was so weird.
And Greggy. What did he do, Zach? How did he do?
Well, Greg, where am I at that? I'm over here somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you think you did?
I might have mixed 2 of them up, if that, but probably pretty good.
Okay. Number 1, you said zebra. The correct answer is zebra.
That is right. 1 out of 1.
And you gave that a 5.
That's just because I didn't get a good flavor out of it.
Everybody scored that
there was
low.
no-
Yeah, it was not good.
There was
Get a good flavor on it,
flavor
'cause
in
there
it.
is
That's
no
why.
flavor.
Number 2, you said was cosmic. And you gave a 7. The correct answer is Swiss roll.
Really?
So here's my question. Here's my question on that is, did you just taste like the chocolate of the Swiss and thought that was the brownie of the cosmic?
I really thought that I tasted some something cosmic-y. I don't know what to explain it as, but it tasted.
That was Nate's extra additions.
That was,
So number 3, you said was Swiss, which we know is now Cosmic.
Wow. That really.
6.5.
I could have swore that like there was
Connor
something spongy in
When
the
Connor got it wrong,
Well,
he corrected
I
himself.
swear
That's
you're wrong.
crazy.
Greg did not.
oh!
That's why I went with that.
Even though you cheated.
Now, the Cosmic Brownie does have some actual brownie in it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, duh.
It does.
That would make sense.
Why'd I get a brownie from the Swiss roll?
I just thought the brownie was a Swiss roll.
They tasted very similar, and I got no candies in mine either to give me a difference.
All right, so then for 4, you said strawberry. You gave a 7.8. You were correct.
That's right on.
Strawberry. Number 5, you said was the peanut butter, the Nutty Buddy. You gave a 10, was correct, which means
Right
that
on.
you got 2 wrong. You got 4 out of 6.
Yeah, mix 2 of them up, son of a bitch.
Pumpkin, you gave an 8.
2 chocolate ones are so hard to tell apart.
And he tasted them.
You're the only one that got it right, aren't
I know,
you?
because I'm a genius.
I got them both
when it comes to
right.
food. I'm a food genius.
Oh, yeah,
I'll tell
you
you-
got the zebra cake wrong.
I tell you, the strawberry shortcake one, actually, I tasted way more shortcake in that than strawberry, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got a big old
why-
chunk of shortcake.
That's why it took me a second to kind of be like, well, this ain't anything chocolatey, so.
Wait, so what we're getting out of here is we all beat Greg?
Double my answer. Oh! I didn't go, oh, I messed up, better backtrack.
You know what they say? You know what they say?
and it came back to bite you.
You know what they say? Cheaters never win.
That's right.
Unless you're the Astros.
Okay.
And now we can talk about baseball.
You know, but I want to say we missed a golden opportunity in there.
What?
We were all blindfolded. Someone could have slipped a circus peanut in one of those spoons.
Oh, man.
I almost bought a bag.
I would have. That was a. I would have got up and walked out. I would have got up and walked out. I never would have talked to you again.
Wasted.
I got candy corn in here right now.
I would have walked out. Eric's done with Heart of Ohio sports. Just because of the
Done. I quit.
So, yeah. You got anything else? I mean, that's pretty much it. That was fun. We talked about. We didn't really talk about baseball much. Like I wanted to talk about the Guardians.
No, the Guardians
Let's
are on a
just say
good
go
roll.
Guards,
What
and
they
let's-
what they did in the first game was good, and then 15th inning,
That
the
was awesome.
next game,
It's awesome.
Oscar.
SpongeBob.
a rookie with a walk off, and it was
Live on a
against
pineapple under the sea.
Kluber. It was against Kluber.
You know what's funny? The
Kluber?
inning before when they put him in, I was like, "Oh, how fitting would it be?"
Walk it off.
And it was
against
the
him.
inning before
Yeah.
that I posted that, and then the next inning
it happened.
oh man, it was great. It
How
was
he did
so
his
great to
bat
see.
flip and celebration going down
he
first
knew.
base line. Oh, total respect off of that.
I
That
seen
was golden.
Greg, did you see the video I sent you earlier where it was like Cleveland to Corey Kluber? And it was like the Shawn Michaels knocking out Ric Flair with the sweet chin music. He's like, "I'm sorry, I love you." And it's like,
So good.
Here's what I gotta say.
I did not see that. That's fantastic.
good.
That is so fantastic.
They made me eat my words. I told Nate
yeah.
the other day that any team, like this was before the playoffs were even set, any team coming out of the AL Central was going to get swept by any other team.
Yep.
I said that. They
Yep.
didn't. The Guardians
I also
still
thought they were going to get swept, so I will be
and the
the first
Guardians
to admit.
swept the Rays.
Yeah,
They did.
They still didn't impress me. Their offense was not good.
Their offense is not going to
Those-
impress
that-
you. The
No.
Those were
pitching is
two
what's gonna
pitching
impress
duels.
you.
Yes,
Those
it's
games,
gonna
both
be a
them games were
pitching.
pitching duels.
Yep.
I
That was
mean,
fun
you
to
look
watch.
at the way they threw arms
That was
at
the
them.
funnest 0-0 game I've ever watched.
But
can't
what I
imagine
mean by
being at
that
that
is
game.
you're not
Like
going to
the
be able to
atmosphere and
compete
everything,
they were
man.
loud.
with the Yankees.
You say that now?
So the one thing
I
about
do
the
say that now. I don't
Yankees.
say that then.
Yeah, we'll see.
So the one thing about the Yankees that I saw is
What you saw?
they have no role as Chapman. He's off the team.
Well, he really wasn't contributing much for them down the
No, he
stretch.
was not.
anyways. He actually was a thorn in the side of that relieving core for like the last 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was struggling. His velocity's way down this year. He's not hitting anywhere near 100. He's like 97.
Oh wow, that's huge for
I
the
mean, it would have
Cuban
been
missile.
great to see him, honestly. I
Yeah.
would have been okay with it.
I wouldn't have.
The Guardians rocked him before. Rajay hit that home run off of him, so
Yeah.
I'm not really that concerned with Chapman. The guy that concerns me is Garrett Cole. Like, honestly, that's the one that I'm like, oh, shit. If we can get past him, if they can get past Garrett Cole, that series is over. I think they got nobody past him that really scares me on that pitching staff.
Nasty Nectar?
Yeah, he's all right.
He had a great year this year.
He had a great year, but he doesn't scare me.
I think you're forgetting, like, you know, the Yankees
you a
have great
Yankee
pitching.
fan?
No. I hate the Yankees.
Okay. I don't know why I just got that vibe.
No, I hate the Yankees. But I think you're forgetting.
No, he's a baseball fan.
I'm a baseball fan. I think you're forgetting what makes the Yankees special in Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
He now is the record holder for the legitimate home run.
Well, he has
champion.
the pressure off of him now.
He has the pressure off of him.
does.
He's going to be playing loose. He's going to be playing great baseball. The Yankees, like a team like that, is going to eat him up.
We'll see.
how we pitch to him is going to determine that series.
Absolutely.
Wait,
Five game series.
Is that who does Cleveland have now?
You're going to start Quantrill game 1, and then you're going to go back to the top of the rotation. You're going to go Bieber and Sticks.
Where's McKenzie at?
McKenzie will be third starter, game 3.
Game, yeah.
Gotcha.
Tristan McKenzie.
So first game
what
in
it is.
Cleveland.
Game 3.
Yeah,
game
he
Cleveland,
will
yes.
start in Cleveland. Yes.
If Tristan McKenzie only ever made starts against the Tigers, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
Well, I mean,
Every time. No,
Isn't that
pretty good
anybody
against
against the
the,
Tigers?
Rays.
No, no, no.
Good
On Cleveland.
all season, I thought.
no. Like, I mean, sure, but also every
was
time he's out there,
6-0 against the Tigers this year, so
6-0.
5-0.
I don't think he's ever lost to the Tigers, and he almost perfect game them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How is it physically possible to be 6'5" and weigh less than me? Like,
What? Have you ever heard the guy talk? Have you ever heard the guy talk? No. He's a Spider-Man fan.
oh yeah, he
He's
sounds like a straight Dungeons and
sounds like he
Dragons
reads
comic
comic
book,
books.
like he's down in that basement, just rocking it, man.
Yeah,
What is he
sounds
really
your
doing in
little
the
cousins just
clubhouse?
reading-
Nice.
But
Yeah, put some-
Guys, how you doing?
hey, if you can go out there and throw strikes and throw 95, 97 miles an hour, I'm all for it.
He
Whatever.
was dealing too.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Him, Bieber, that relieving. I'll tell you what, man. Their relievers that they have in that bullpen are phenomenal.
Their bullpen is
They've
really
got
great.
probably the best bullpen in baseball.
And it's
I know I'm a little partial, a little biased.
and it goes part with that youngest team.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
and you're having a bullpen like that.
And
By a
is there
long
any
shot,
other
too.
person in baseball that you can give manager of the year to other than Tito?
It's Tito.
Seriously. Could you give it to anybody else? Who?
I'm trying very hard.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do Dodgers. Dodgers
The
are like that
youngest
every year.
roster in baseball.
Padres.
They spent $500,000 in the offseason. They made 2 trades since last year at this time.
Marmol from Cardinals.
What Tito has done.
They're eliminated.
Well, I know they're eliminated, but you're talking about coach of the year.
I'm talking about AL coach of the year, right?
Oh, you're
Oh, you
doing
didn't
AL
say AL.
coach.
You just said coach of the year.
No, I would go overall, Major League
Okay,
Baseball.
yeah.
Who would you even put in that conversation?
Oh,
that's not-
well,
Got a comment here.
I would look at the Braves. The Braves coach.
Mariners manager might give it a nod. All right.
Yeah, Mariners had a hell of a season. I would look at the Braves as well. Put the Braves guy up there.
All right. We'll see. I think this is going to be it's going to be a pretty interesting postseason. I think you're going to see pitching for the first time this season, and I think that's probably going to be the theme for the postseason.
You know that's
'Cause
awesome.
That's what keeps teams in the playoff race, and that's what keeps teams in the playoffs, and that's what wins championships is pitching, and that's what the Guardians have. They got a lot of good pitching.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I want to see how this turns out. I want to see how this season plays out. But any other? What are we laughing about over here?
Oh, so we were just talking before the game how Eric needed Waller to put up 45, and he said that Kelsey's going to do that instead, which is exactly what's happening. Waller's out for the game.
Yeah.
Kelsey has 3 touchdowns.
You literally
Oh,
showed me.
cool.
You showed me that Kelsey had 3 touchdowns. I looked at my phone to see how it was doing, and it popped up and said Darren Waller hamstring out for the remainder of the game. So
Well, on that note, guys, it's been fun. This has been a great podcast. Another one. We always have a good time when we're together.
We do.
Yeah.
I feel like we have good content.
You're content with our content?
I am content with the content.
Let's
yes.
see what the next taste test is.
I think here's the
Pizza?
thing. This is what I was thinking.
MST
I want to
menu?
stick to if we're gonna do anything local,
Yes.
we're not gonna grade it
No.
because I gotta walk around in this town with these people. Okay?
Yes.
I have to mingle with these people. We're not doing grades for anybody in town as far as a local place. We'll sample, we'll highlight. I love to highlight local businesses
Yes.
on this show. So if we want to do something from a local place, it would be just more a taste sample and us telling all the good things about the place and that kind of stuff.
Yep, I agree.
But-
How interesting would it be to maybe get like a couple of the same things, like burgers and fries or something, and try to
That's
guess
what I
where
was
it came
thinking.
from?
I was actually thinking about getting a
Benchwarmers,
cheeseburger
MST.
I was thinking about getting a cheeseburger from McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
Oh.
Doing a blind taste test
Okay.
to see if you can tell which
think
one's
I can
which.
do all of them.
Well, I mean, if we're doing that, let's do all
We
the
could do fries,
fries
taste
from
test.
each.
We could do a taste test. We could do a
And then we can
Grading.
say who's best.
Throw in like Big Boy.
oh.
Get like a diner hamburger.
Okay, so if you're going,
man.
that would
Throw
have to
in,
be a
like,
separate
Benchwarmers.
episode because that's not fast food.
That's a
I was
diner.
gonna say,
No,
like,
we're just hamburgers.
Now hamburgers.
Hamburgers and
Okay,
fries.
so if
As
you're
far
going
as-
hamburgers, then we'd almost have to go like, all right, we have to go some small local places. We have to throw
Yeah.
those places in.
And those
Throw-
are the
throw
best,
all the
and those
places.
are the
That's what I'm
best
saying.
hamburgers. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Exactly. Throw all the
If
places.
you
food
put
wouldn't
Madison
stand a
Street
chance.
hamburgers up against anybody in town,
Yeah.
nobody's
Fast
gonna
food
that
in general is not going to
Yeah.
stand a chance
Benchwarmers.
in general against.
Okay,
Well,
bench
a
warmers.
restaurant.
fast food.
Bench warmers. Wait a second, Zach.
hyping-
Actually,
who's
you might
hyping-
have something there.
I know I
that
have
might be an interesting.
Or the best burger from
I'm the food
Benchwarmers.
guy.
It's
Best Benchwarmers.
That's a
burger.
good one, Eric. What's the best burger from Benchwarmers?
Burger.
On
We could do that from
Coach's
each
Corner?
place. We could go to Madison's and say, "I want one of each burger."
Yeah.
and then we just say, "What's the best one?"
Yeah.
They would hate us.
Yeah.
Well, you call it ahead. You
The way
say,
that-
hey,
Don't judge us, Chris.
at like 4 p.m.
The way that I saw this happening was, fast food for me. I mean, because I'm a fast food guy, obviously, it's
No.
too easy. Like,
Yeah, I would
be
know.
able to
I
tell
would know way
instantly.
too easy.
But if you go out and you get just a cheeseburger from Madison's, a cheeseburger from Benchwarmers, a cheeseburger from the Viaduct, whatever, and we can just cut them up
Clover.
into little pieces for each of us
Clover.
to have some. And I think that'd be really interesting just to see if we could tell whose is whose. We're not gonna judge them against each
we
other.
got to guess
That's a
where
good-
they're from.
Yeah, just guess where they're from.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's actually a pretty good content
That's
right there.
phenomenal.
Pizza, same thing.
Because I don't
We could
have
we could just get a
AJ's?
pizza from each place.
Yeah.
Pizza would be a little
Reno?
easier than
And
a
just
cheeseburger,
cheese
I
on it,
think.
nothing else.
No,
just
pepperoni.
cheese.
Cheese and pepperoni.
Oh, just
Cheese and pepperoni.
Changes.
Here's the thing:
No.
pepperoni you can distinguish between places.
Yes, you
say,
can.
Okay, this is definitely Reno's pepperoni.
Yeah, but Nate
This
cheats
is
because
de-
he eats cheese pizzas all
I
the
fucking
time.
love
So
cheese
he knows all the cheese pizzas.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
That's
like,
why he
I
wants
love
to deal with
cheese
cheese.
pizza. So I'm
All
just
right,
partial
how about
to
this?
cheese
How about this?
pizza.
How about
bit
this?
cheesy.
I think it would be fun.
We Google an image. We just type pizza.
Okay.
Whatever comes up first is what we get, unless it's like first between pepperoni and cheese.
Okay.
Google image.
Pizza is going to come out pepperoni. Come on.
That's
It's
why I
American.
said it.
We're in
if you-
America.
if you
We're in
search-
Ohio.
If you search pepperoni pizza, for sure.
Go to images, and the first image you see is going to be an image of a pizza with pepperoni on it. And then what's next to it? Margarita, margarita pizza,
Yep. And
which
then
has
AJ's
no
pepperoni.
pepperoni, which is awesome. I love margarita pizzas. Those are so good. Anyways,
Pepperoni pizza. How about this? Comments decide.
yes.
Yeah,
Greg?
I was-
I was just gonna say, I just think that would be really interesting content because I can tell you right now that I haven't frequented these
missed it.
businesses enough
and there's a flag.
to know easily what's coming from where. So I think it'd be really cool to see who gets what.
Agreed.
Yes.
I haven't eaten at.
Eated.
I haven't eaten. Tommy Pickles over here. I haven't eaten all day, guys.
I haven't eaten since the last time I eaten.
I haven't had burgers from all of those places. So I think that would be really cool. Try to differentiate.
And then you know what else that we could do?
Top of the tip, the tip
I could
of the
make
top.
smash burgers, and we could just like have good burgers to go along with it.
Welcome to Good Burger.
Hey, we
Home
could- we
of the
could
good
just-
burger.
we would
Can I
just have-
take your order?
We would just have to throw yours into the mix
Hey,
and try to figure out
see if we
could
can
tell
throw
whose
them
is
off.
what.
Yeah, just see if we could throw them off.
And then we
with
get a McDonald's hamburger
I
too.
mean, just like
and just
tonight.
throw a McDonald's. I like this. This is good. This is good content right here. That's good.
Just
Tune
like
in
tonight.
I'm the food
next
guy.
time right here on the
I was
Pulse.
gonna say, just like tonight, it's not a competition. It's more of a guessing game and see who
That's
can
right.
guess them more
Yep.
right.
That's all it's about.
And Zach won't win this time.
I get too mad.
Hey, Greg.
Eric's like, I want to be right.
Hey, Greg.
What?
I'm the food guy.
I pride myself as a
I
fat
get it
kid.
right. every time.
Should we have a battle of the food guys?
Battle of the big boys. Big boys battle.
Big boy battle.
Oh, let's go to big boy.
Battle of the big boys, live from Big Boy.
What, Nate? What, Nate?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know. I don't know. If you go to Big Boy and you get burgers from Big Boys, I got to get a patty melt. Like, for real.
I mean, you know.
Have you ever
it's
had a
like
patty melt from Big Boy? No?
I have not.
Crickets.
He doesn't
Crickets.
Like, he doesn't like to be
They're
called
so
that.
delicious.
I have heard of them before.
They're
though, for
delicious. They're
a
absolutely
patty melt is
delicious.
good. I'll bring one from the Heidelberg cafeteria too.
Ooh, theirs is really good
sure.
too.
We're making somebody hungry here.
From the bistro.
Yes.
We're making somebody
Our Twitch follower here says, guys, it's 11 o'clock. I'm getting hungry.
I am
Hey,
starving.
Nate, what podcast?
Who's it from?
We're 2 hours and
Thing
11
Live.
minutes in.
Yuck.
What?
Wild Thing
Thing
Wild.
Hey Nate, what podcast do we have going on this week?
Oh, so we have tomorrow night, we have the Coach's Corner live from Benchwarmers. Yeah. On Wednesday night, we have the Over Under podcast live here in studio with Joey Krajewski and Aaron Steyer. And then let's see, Saturday morning we have the Saturday Scoreboard right here live in studio.
That's been a
Studio
fun
Squared.
show.
And then Sunday morning we have the Over Under Pod Fantasy Focus right here.
Something tells me that
On
we're not
Hardball
doing anything
Sports.
on. Something tells me we're not doing anything on Thursday night.
Well, that's
That's a
actually
football
my
game.
My son's final game of the year is this Thursday. It's a
And
home
they
game.
are what, 7-0?
They are 7-0. They're playing Perkins, who is 6-1.
Oh.
And this will determine the championship.
Let's
This is their
go,
last game of the
Colombian.
year. So this 8th grade team is very special. They're fun to watch.
It's awesome. Is
The
that a
last
home
2
game?
games, yeah, it is a home game. So if you want to come down and watch,
Man, it sounds like we have to come down
should
and support.
start sometime right around 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Once again, the 8th grade Tornadoes playing Perkins.
Are we gonna get the Heart of
It's
Ohio
at
sports
Frost
team
Countdown
on there?
Stadium.
Yeah.
No, just give me a microphone. I'll stand on the track and pretend.
We'll just bring a camera and a microphone. Nothing's hooked up. to
Kelsey
anything.
has 4 touchdowns. By the way.
4 touchdowns for Travis Kelsey. Wow.
Woo!
That's ridiculous.
Darren Waller.
I did call it.
Guess he was hungry too.
I think he's got more than
He might
45
have brought
now.
me back in one of my leagues.
He's
I
got
might-
more touchdowns than the Broncos season.
Wow. That's ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, tune in next week as we'll have hamburgers. That's our special. Cheeseburger special. It's going to be Cheeseburgers in Paradise right here.
Came back and won.
Cheeseburgers in Paradise
30 right now.
here in Studio Squared next week here
That'll
on
be
the
fun.
Pulse Podcast.
Else?
It's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun.
We're going to figure out. So
Kelsey tonight.
chime in the comments. Tell us which place you want us to get a burger from, because obviously we've got our favorites. Benchwarmers, Madison's, Viaduct, Clover Club. You got a lot of really good places to get burgers from in this town. So
It'd be nice if any of those places were watching and wanted to donate the burgers.
that'd be great. You know, usually when people donate something,
We'll smash them all.
it just kind of lends to a better review.
Yeah.
I'm going to review them all nice anyways. I'm not going to say
So,
which one's
so
better.
do we create a
There's not a bad
poll?
burger in
We're
this
just trying
town.
to guess who is who.
Not a bad burger.
Do we create a poll on social media and let the fans vote on who they like, what
Who they think
ones
has
they
the
want to
best burgers.
see?
I like this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like we'll
That's
have
gonna be a
option
Twitter
A, B,
poll.
C, and then the
So
last one
on
is
Twitter,
other.
On Twitter, we're going to post that. I'll
Twitter,
post
you
that
only
later
get 4
tonight.
options.
You'll have 4 options of who you want us to go get burgers from.
Yes.
Because we have our 3 that are kind of our 4 that are kind of set in stone. Obviously, there's Madison's, Benchwarmers, Clover Club, and Viaduct. Those
Yep.
are the 4 that are set in
So
stone.
are we
Yes.
going to vote in a 5th
Yeah.
So
to be the fan,
the idea
fan vote?
is let's see who votes for the 5th burger,
And then Nate's burger.
and then my burger will be thrown in the mix, and then we'll throw in a McDonald's cheeseburger as well.
So,
Okay.
so what are our options? We have a big boy.
Can you throw in a
Yeah.
Wendy's cheeseburger instead?
Oh, Wendy's. Oh,
Throw in a
well,
Wendy's cheeseburger
Wendy's
instead.
cheeseburgers
If we're going
are
to
so
throw in a
good.
fast food, let's throw in a Wendy's.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going
now
fast
we're
food,
going-
might as well throw a few in.
We're going
Let's
Nice.
do 12 cheeseburgers.
Gosh.
cheeseburgers.
I mean, this will be the ultimate.
Are we who's
the
buying?
You
ultimate-
better be working out at a gym for 2 hours that day, Zach.
Hey, now,
2
we're
hours, not
we're
just an hour and a half.
we're
2
gonna-
hours.
So am I
We're
not
gonna
supposed
cut
to
'em
eat
up.
for
We're
2
not each gonna
days?
eat 12 cheeseburgers. We're just gonna cut them up into slices.
Speak for yourself.
I'm gonna taste
I'm gonna eat 12 cheeseburgers. I want one for each of us.
On that note, we do need some donations.
Yes.
Steak and shake?
Oh, steak and shake, 7x7. What is that?
Nate, are you running to get us some Culvers?
Well, where am I going to find a steak and shake around here? Oh.
So
We would have to do that one on site, though, Greg. That'd be like a review on site. We
Might as well
just have to go do that.
Might as well go get a Ralphie's burger too.
That would be the first Pulse podcast
So-
that I left in an ambulance at the
So the best part about this is a tax write-off. This is business expense.
Yes.
I saved the receipt from all that ice cream, too. So, hey.
There you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
boy.
There you go. All right, guys. That's pretty much it for us tonight. I want to wrap things up because we're approaching we're at 2 hours and 16 minutes now on this podcast.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to say. We are having a blast here tonight. I hope you guys all had fun with us as well. And if you did, make sure you share the video. If you had fun, if you've been hanging out with us this whole time and you're having a blast, help us out. Share the video with your friends. It helps us reach new audiences, folks. It helps us more than you know. So once again, share the video, like, follow, subscribe. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Patreon, We could keep going. TikTok. We do have a TikTok now. Follow us, find us and follow us on all those different platforms, folks. Once again, for Connor Roush, Eric Hall, Zack Dillon, and Greg Kinn, I'm Nate Mullins signing off right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks again for tuning in right here on the Pulse Podcast.
Bye.
Everybody wave. Wave goodbye.
Goodbye.